Hustle in the lobby, bright lights, reflections. Screen flickers, tales of crime and affection. Baristas mix caffeine with tales of deception. Lawyers joke and shadows plot their redemption. Case files like popcorn scatter on the floor. Jury's out in line, folks begging for more. Quirky loopholes twist through every door. Paparazzi flash for the courtroom encore. Legal shenanigans theater, baby, where justice laughs. Crime and humor dance, baby, a curious path. Grab your ticket, honey, let the gavel smash. In the flood of laughter, see the road splash. Scoundrels with a smile, defense on their lips.
Hey, you guys, welcome to Legal Shenanigans Theater, part 27 bajillion, Letecia Staunch. We will be retiring Gracie Letecia off the menu after today because, quite frankly, every time we do an episode with her, I feel the need to take about a 4-hour-long shower. And Mr. Mo says we can no longer afford to, keep me in such decadent, cleaning rituals after Letecia.
Yeah, it is a problem.
Yeah, I'm like, I just still don't feel clean. It's like, you've used all the Purell we have in the house. Why not get to a different trial? And I thought, possibly the voice of reason.
There has to be one in the group.
Just one. I know. I have been completely out of sorts to the point that, okay, so I came to this stark realization, I think Thursday night, that Youngest Most Feral may get some of his, just shenanigans from myself, because my middle daughter invited me to be the legal consenting adult for her to get her belly button pierced since she's not of age. Mm-hmm. So I chose to see it as mother-daughter bonding, but she really just needed me to legally sign off on, stabbing the belly button that myself, Jesus, God, and, angels worked on lovingly crafting her.
Just wants to decorate it.
So anyway, I'm in the shop with this woman with, I think, at least 27 facial piercing, plus the dangly ear holes, like when they stretch them and then they just don't put anything in them and then they just dangle. Yeah. So I am trying to notice anything but that, because look, there is nothing more freaky to me than that. I don't know why that freaks me out. I don't know what, but it gives me the full body heebie-jeebies. And I'm trying not to be disrespectful because, I don't want to be mean. And this chick's about to stab my daughter, so I'm, trying to be nice to her. So I'm over here, and they have these, little silicone things to show all the body jewelry that you can, put things on. And I've correctly identified the ear and the nose. But there's this one piercing that has completely eluded me. Oh, no. So I keep, until it comes to me about 5 minutes later when I'm still looking at it like one of those magic 3D art picture things in the mall. And so when it finally comes to me, do I keep it to myself? I said, oh my God, it's a nipple. I got it.
Well, it could have gone some other places, but...
Well, no, I mean, had I been thinking about comedic stuff, I would have said, excuse me, is this one of those Prince Alberts I've been hearing lots about?
Yeah. It's like, this gonna give me a rusty cootie.
And so my daughter, who is there with her boyfriend, because I was only brought for, legal support, he's the moral support. Yeah. So, my daughter is looking horrified at me, and I was like, oh, look, I was just proud of myself for figuring it all out.
So, when the first tattoo I got, the shop I go into, it's a nice place, but the owner, has a growth on his neck okay? It's got like,
No.
and it like protrudes out the skin and everything,
Oh,
right?
God, no. You're like, thank you, goiter. I mean, melon. I mean,
It
just
gets,
cut it off.
it gets worse. This guy tattooed an eyeball on it. So this thing is protruding out of his neck, and it's an eye that kind of follows you around. Because it's three-dimensional. So it's like, it was like the hardest thing not to stare at. It was just like, Jesus.
I was just, I knew I had embarrassed her, but I was trying to not comment on whatever amalgamation of screaming and drums was supposed to be music at that moment.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what in the screamo hell is this joint?
It's usually an eclectic group of people that typically, you know, work in those places.
Yeah, and she was really nice and professional, and my daughter said, it didn't even hurt at all. And she was like, well, do you want to get one done too? And I was like, oh, sweetheart, you don't understand my belly button. Now, could I attach it to my forehead and thus fight gravity? I was like, no. I mean, no. Like, why would I want... Like, of all the things that I want done in my life, belly button piercing kind of at the bottom of it.
Yeah. To each their own. It's, it is what it is. What everybody's personal tastes are. It's like, it doesn't bother me. I remember though that when I got that tattoo, I was expecting my mom to be the one that was going to freak out, but it was actually the opposite reaction. Like, my dad was the one who freaked out, not my mom, which was kind of funny because my dad asked me, because I clearly have always been a bit of a smart ass. He's like, are you sure you want that on your arm forever? And I'm like, isn't it a little late for that?
Yeah, that's what Puddletown, actually, that's what I told my girls. I was like, go ahead and get your belly button pierced. I really don't care what you do with your body, but I will never co-sign those stretched ear gauges or, a face tattoo. Other than that, it's your life.
Yeah. Or a boyfriend's name. Or girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that.
The number one rule of tattoos.
Yep, only children. Or puppies.
And even then, no. It's a little iffy.
And even, yeah, I mean, wait till after they're teenagers.
Yeah, because, you never know. It could be a Chandler, it could be a Letecia. You never know.
Yes. All right, I think we were, after how many, we had a head below counter. What were we up to? Because I believe we were at to...
I think it was like 18 or 19.
Yeah, I must have cleared it out because I was doing a trial and had to put up much more different things.
Yeah, well, I think technically in that case, I guess the head blow could have counted. Unfortunately.
Well, so I think we were like getting to the point where I've turned Veil up.
Oh. Well, hello.
So let me see if I can turn him up more.
I can turn it up on this side too.
Okay, that might work.
Yeah, that'll probably help.
Yeah, you're sounding clearer to me, but I don't like things very loud, so I always
Yeah.
turn me down, and then I can't always hear if there's a difference when I turn you up.
Yeah.
So I have to wait for chat to let us know.
And StreamYard can be weird about that kind of stuff anyway.
StreamYard is awesome. So we are, I think, at head bang number 27. Letecia is in the mosh pit of her life. Let's continue.
I I don't know if they were like completed. I'm not one to think about that. That's just disgusting.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm not asking if he like ejected.
I forgot.
Jesus, I forgot.
that completed was ejaculating. I forgot that's what the word is.
Yeah, I thought maybe just was done and had left the house.
Yeah.
But no, she decided to just go there. And yes, Letecia, I'm horrified by the thought too. Don't feel alone.
I forgot that's what she called it. It was completing. It's like achievement unlocked.
And so Letecia Staunch is very much like Megan Boswell in that she also had a missing child. Only for Letecia, it was her 10-year-old, stepson. And she is telling the story of how there had been a small fire in the basement. The carpet was ruined. So as any normal human would do, she went, driving around the neighborhood since there was new construction, found a random Hispanic man who said he knew how to do carpet, and gave him the garage code and her home security code to go down, fix the square of basement carpeting for, I think $150. Now, she and Gannon were going out to buy dog sweaters, came back, and random Hispanic guy was still there. He attacked her, SA'd her. Apparently, we don't know if he had fun. She did not. And then stole Gannon. Now, Letecia decided to tell no one of this attack, and then tell police officers about 4 hours later that Gannon had run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just always imaginative. This chick.
Yes. And the guy's name was Eduardo. Not Eduardo. Eduardo.
I always forget the egg, the omeletness of him.
Yes. That's just the most absurd thing ever. Eduardo.
And he is the most, she basically described full Susan Smith style, like Edward James Olmos from Selena, as this random guy. So she did tell us that he had a mustache on his face.
Yes, that I do recall the mustache, and it's literally like Hispanic man number one that's credited in the movie or the TV show. That's exactly what she described.
Yes, pretty much. And I call facts not in evidence because when I imagine Letecia, I just imagine the human embodiment of the Sarlacc pit in Star Wars. So I can't imagine that any man would get out of that unscathed.
Yeah,
I made that analogy about someone else last night too, and I got asked the question if I was high, and I was like, no, my mind just naturally thinks like this. I don't know if that's a talent or a detriment, but you decide.
Yeah. And it is I see the ninja comment in there too. I mean, we could have almost had a Jodi Arias situation going on with the ninjas. The only problem with that is that she actually couldn't pronounce any of the Asian names because she could barely pronounce the Hispanic ones. So
she decided to, the next person she pinned this particular crime to was Quincy Brown, a fugitive who was, I think, from St. Louis or around the area.
Yeah, I can't remember, but he was in Colorado. I remember that. He was in the area.
Yes.
But yeah, and I actually think he was close in the areas where they ended up catching him, and he was an offender of sorts.
Yes.
And so she thought that she could just pin the blame on Quincy, the only problem with that is that Quincy was a African American gentleman, and she just spent the last 4 hours talking about Eduardo, the Hispanic mustache. So,
Well, that and the only reason she knew it was Quincy Brown was because he left his ID as he was leaving the area after assaulting her and taking Gannon.
of course,
As you do.
yeah, because Dr. Quincy, just left
Medicine
it
woman.
behind. Yeah, or Dr. Brown, depending on how you want to say it. But it's like there's just her story just falls apart at.
Well, I know Eduardo is a real name. It just seems like she would have gone Eduardo.
Yeah, because and it's not that Eduardo is not a name. It's the way Letecia says it.
Because she
Eduardo.
Yeah, she doesn't say Eduardo. She says Eduardo.
Yeah, she rolls up into McDonald's and she's like, I would like a Eduardo McMuffin.
Yes, that's exactly what she does. Let's get back to this tawdry talk of this ridiculous woman.
Related or anything else like that.
Sorry, like
That wasn't my
okay,
question.
I'm sorry. That's what I thought.
So my question is, did he put his penis in your vagina?
Right.
And demonetized.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, that question.
Oh, here we go. Here's an answer.
And that was when you were on the ground? Okay. And you said that he was pushing you down. What part of your body was being pushed
I
down?
don't remember.
Okay. So you said that you kind of came back up.
At
but
some
then-
point, I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't want to give you wrong information about step by step about my body being violated. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's... Because then every time I have to keep saying to you,
Fair? I didn't know we had to have rules of engagement for this. How about you tell us what we need to know so we can find your stepson, you ridiculous Muppet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not, but it's all about Tisha.
I know, and why are you... Gregory's right. She's smirking through half of this. Oh, God dang it. Also, why would she think that the detective was asking her that? I'm sure she...
Did he put cheese sauce on it?
I mean, never mind. I think I might be a little bit traumatized from Megan Boswell and her absolute inability to even get the subtle hint that the police don't believe her.
Yeah, exactly. It is kind of funny. It's obviously the situation isn't funny, but listening to her just complete obliviousness to what is happening. It's
Yes.
do you not picking up on any of the flags here? They're not writing anything down. They're just hey, Eduardo completed, and she's like, oh, okay. What about this? She's not being no empathy whatsoever.
No,
It's just,
and the detective has yet to write anything down.
yeah.
I mean, and it has escaped her. It has escaped her that she should probably be anywhere but talking to them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the other detective is out there ripping her car apart.
Yeah, she's so dumb.
It's she's just not putting the pieces together at all.
Until she pees on herself, oh crap, I get the sense that they are looking at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's happening. And I have to say that to you again, and I have to say that to you again. Difficult.
Okay. Was there anywhere else that you were penetrated?
No. What do you mean, in what area?
Anywhere else on your body?
Like your butt.
Jesus. Like your ear, in case you had earwax. Like your nose, in case you had a book. Ma'am. Vale, I can't. How does...
She's... Yeah. She's a special kind of not smart.
Well, unfortunately, you just walk in on the episode of the Letecia Staunch interview where she is getting into the fictitious and completely false, hypothetical attack on herself from this man that she has made up, Eduardo, who is going to be fixing carpet in her house, but then, attacked her and stole her stepson, but because she was afraid that people would be mad at her for inviting a random fictitious man into her basement, she decided to say that Gannon had run away.
Yeah.
It makes total sense if you're Letecia. Now, if you're anyone else, you realize that Megan Boswell must have watched her interrogation and thought that this was totally going to work out.
She didn't watch the trial. She just watched the interrogation.
Yeah, they're like, see, they let her leave. I mean, she had to go out in an ambulance, but, I mean, they let her leave.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm saying?
They even sent the FBI to talk to her afterwards because they believed her so much.
She just, she got busy. She never did see the end of season 1. It didn't end on a cliffhanger.
I see you, Puddletown.
Learn something new every day. Where is that?
In
She is still talking Boosh McFadden. If you say her name in a mirror 3 times, she'll come and tell you another alibi.
I actually believe that.
I actually believe that too.
With the peanut? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Okay.
With what else, Letecia? I love how she asked, with his member?
No, Letecia.
Letecia.
With his rug puller.
No. This,
I know, I'm
God,
feeding
Letecia.
And then at some point, it ended. Okay. What happened next after it ended?
So, but it didn't end at that direct moment because
Had
remember
a
Gannon
cigarette.
comes in.
Okay,
Like,
tell me about that.
Gannon comes in to like jump on him.
Okay.
Like, to like kind of help me out.
Okay.
And so I don't remember anything but like laying back, and I remember that I could like hear that.
Okay. You don't remember anything, but you remember that you could hear. I think we're finally making progress, Doctor.
Yeah. It's like, do you have ears? Check.
Again, she is on serious blow to the head number 17 at this part of her, Schrodinger's assault story. But she can remember everything.
Yeah. Can't remember everything. But only remember
But-
some things.
But only remembered that she could hear.
Yeah. She can't see anything else. She can just hear, though.
And the absolute gross soullessness to make Gannon a supporting character in her fictitious, like to make him a, hero in that after what she did to him, like what came out in trial. It's just, it adds one more level of gross to the already, disgusting, like just asteroid of trash that I imagine Letecia to already be.
Yeah. For sure. Because she definitely is all of that. And a bag of chips.
Yes.
Gannon had came in.
Okay.
I could hear that he knew this is not what you're supposed to do.
That Gannon did?
Yeah, like Gannon was aware that someone was trying to harm me.
Okay.
Wait, Gannon having walked in on some gentlemen throttling you lightly, was like, you know what, self, this doesn't look right. Something about this doesn't make sense.
Jesus.
You
I don't want to say what I'm thinking because I don't want to
probably
besmirch
thought,
Gannon.
Letecia the hoe, because it was alleged that she was not faithful in her marriage, despite, accusing, Albert of constantly cheating. It is alleged fairly convincingly that she was not faithful. So Gannon might have walked in and just said, "Oh, there's Uncle Leroy. I thought it was Uncle Jeff's day." Like,
He just walked in and was like, "That's not how you do it."
oh my God, I figured out a reason. But when Gannon figured out that the mailman hadn't switched and they'd moved from Alaska to Colorado, he was about to tell Albert. She couldn't let him live.
I
And you know what's sad is if that had been the case, it would have made more sense than a little boy loved his mom and, told Letecia maybe in a moment of frustration when she obviously didn't love him or give him as much care as the other two kids, said, "No, Letecia, I love my mom more, or my mom wouldn't hurt me like you did."
yeah.
And that was all it took for Letecia to go over the freaking edge in my summation of what happened.
That's
So I
could be accurate though.
I would have much rather that, Gannon had something over on this heifer or, even this story. God, I wish this story was true. And that's the sad thing, is I wish that Gannon, he did die a hero, but, that he would have been found and everything. But this heifer, ugh, just ew.
Yeah.
He might not have understood the complete in essence of it, but he understood someone was in our home and wasn't supposed to be doing what he was doing,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I mean, our home we're very open. We're always like, we talk about like, oh, you don't have a girlfriend, you don't do this until you're married. So,
Okay.
so he's very aware of, like,
Letecia, yes, I'm sure that should Gannon have walked in on you being attacked, he might not have gotten the full context, but why are we spending 10 minutes and then going off onto a random tangent about how you guys talk about, the doing the beast with two backs, so he should have some idea of what's going.
You talked about completing. We understand.
Like, yes, Letecia, I get why she's doing it. She's, again, trying to just, I was the victim, just notice me. But still, for the love of all that is holy, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Letecia has to explain that she explained the birds and the bees.
She truly got her doctorate from DeVry.
I haven't heard that name in forever.
Well, it's either that or Trump University. Or what was it? The Art Institute, where you could draw like this little cartoon character on the back, and if you did it okay enough, you had the honor of paying a bunch more money for them to tell you sucked at life.
Yeah, that's. That was a big story, wasn't it? Not that long ago.
I think so.
I remember that for some reason. I don't know. Letecia didn't go there because she was busy getting her doctorate.
I think at Liberty University is what she said, but I think DeVry is funnier.
I don't think Liberty would have accepted her, which is saying
Fine,
a lot.
ITT Tech.
I don't think they would have accepted her either.
Okay, well then she's going to have to go to medical school in Guam, like all of my medical professionals.
She went to Ho University. Because it's
Pretty
a
much.
oasis out there.
But not Shower University, because apparently that was against her religion.
That's like year 5. Like it's like that PhD level at Ho University.
Hoversity hygiene. It's the most
Yeah.
complex class you'll ever take at Hoversity. Oh my God. You know what? If they made that a Pixar movie instead of Monsters University, I'd watch the hell out of that.
I think we're coming up with $1 million idea for all these thoughts.
I know. I
We're
need
gonna
to
have
start.
a Hoversity.
Yes. A Olympics, a Hoversity. It's a whole feeding into a whole biodiversity of wholeness.
It's like a
Have you
Hoasis.
thought about our ho biodiversity lately? We've got our e-thoughts, we've got our old-fashioned just streetwalkers, and then you've got, well, polyamory.
And then you have like the graduate class of the Clinties. So
Oh my God. They go full circle and back into true crime.
it's whatever you aspire to be.
It
can help
really
you
is.
at
It's like
Hoversity.
Barbie. We could have a, we could have one for every career. It'd be great.
Yeah. We're working on the working title.
We are. Look, we're brainstorming, we're focus grouping, and when we have a really good idea, we will bring it to you again after we've polished it. These are just our raw, unfiltered thoughts. We really are a brain trust of odd.
There is at Hoversity, there is a class on polishing.
Do not take that, though, if you have carpal tunnel. Look, we are not a medicalology university, so wrist strain and tennis elbow is not our fault. Bring your own icy hot, but do not confuse that with lube. You've been warned. Now I'm going to have to make a Ho University t-shirt. I love that we do all of this to avoid Letecia talking about anything sexual.
Yeah. But we have to not to leave everybody with all blue balls and everything. We have to get to the P part.
We are going to get to the part where they take her phone from her hands and she's like, this is against my constitutional rights. Actually, I think we are going to skip closer to that because, honest to God, who the hell wants to hear her talk about her sexuality-ness? And if it's all a lie, which it is, we can pretty much,
Yeah, I mean, it did lead to the brilliant idea of Hoversity, though.
True. You are welcome, Celestial Force. I will say that I really needed this Saturday, too. The Megan Boswell case is easier knowing that she's been adjudicated guilty, although I would have never pled for parole. No. Oh my gosh, yes, Church of Mo camp counselor.
Oh God, that's probably another class at Hoversity.
The camp counselor?
The camp counselor.
Oh God, no. That makes Hey Dude and what was it? Salute Your Shorts? Wasn't that the?
Shorts.
No, they were Nickelodeon shows that I'm pretty sure are either really existed or I'm having a stroke right now. But I'm pretty sure that they did exist because it was right in the era of Pete, the brothers, the Ginger brothers. It's kind of an odd show.
Been after my time.
I love how I'm getting more and more like, I know this happened. This happened in my childhood. Please someone agree with me so I don't think that I'm going crazy. Okay,
sure
I am
somebody-
officially hating not having my room because all of my... So I'm Church of Mo camp counselor. And what was the other one?
The Hoversity?
Hoversity. And thank you, Boosh. I knew. Thank you. It actually existed.
See? There's always somebody.
There is always someone that will remember. Which is good, because I was like, I know these things existed possibly, or I had a deeply involved and layered fantasy life as a child, and go me, to the point of like making up my own cable shows. So, hey.
It's probably better than what was actually on. No.
No, that's now.
Well, true. And back when TV was good in our youth.
Yes. Or when the Power Rangers were brand new with the original cast. Back when Bobby's World was still a show and was awesome.
And like Boy Meets World.
Oh,
and
yes.
Blossom. And I don't
Okay,
remember
so
what else.
Vale, I have thought about this deeply and with great, thought and deliberation. I have decided that we need to, all of us latchkey kids, all of us Genlennials, would like a channel solely dedicated to TGI Friday programming. We would like Dunkaroos and SpaghettiOs with meatballs in all various and assorted Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Gem, and, She-Ra characters back. And then from, 7 to 9 p.m., we would like to be left the F alone.
Yeah.
And, just have Mr. Feeney teach us a lesson, have Corey screw up, have Topanga tell him what he was supposed to do, and then everything is fine at the end, and we learned a life lesson about bullying or something. Yeah. That's it. I have spoken. I am making this happen.
That would be perfect. Because that's where I think we learned a lot of things about life. Because TV shows were like actually like kind of about life back then.
Yeah, I mean, I always like that drug addiction or caffeine pill addictions. I mean, who can't forget? And I don't know why I always giggle at this part now because it's supposed to be very moving. But the very special episode of Saved by the Bell, where she was supposed to be taking speed, but they kept saying caffeine, inverted comma. And she's like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I was like, now, if you ever happen to see anyone really actually methed out, I have yet to hear one of these people say, I'm so excited. And I feel like I've been lied to my entire childhood.
Now, the irony, though, is because that was Jessie, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And Jessie went on to be a stripper in a movie. So, I mean, it all checks out.
And check, and stage name as Chastity, and check. We are all the boxes.
I don't actually even remember. I remember it was Showgirls, but I don't remember what
I don't think my mom would let me watch it, and I just shockingly, Vale, I was growing a pair of my own boobs, so I wasn't excited to see Elizabeth Berkley's or whatever her name is. I had a pair at home, so I was like, I'm not as intrigued by the whole boob thing as my male, classmates were. Because it was like a rite of passage when you got to see it. And I was just like, I got a pair at home. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. But caffeine, like, I see somebody, as a person who's chronically addicted to caffeine, so, like, I used to have a crushing caffeine problem. Like, I would drink, like, a pot of coffee a day.
I have issues. Like,
I don't anymore though. Like, I drink the most I'll drink anymore is like 3 cups of coffee is like the most I'll drink. But yeah, I've started to cut back even more now. But it's just
that's good. I'm trying to figure what would be more detrimental to my family's safety. Like, what on levels of dependency I can cut before I have my own Snapped episode. Because, like, I live pretty much on caffeine and nicotine, so which one do I gradually decrease? And then what do I add instead of that so I don't become, well, in need of bail money?
There is a balance. So
Yeah. It's like the same people that tell you, oh, because like as a semi-deflating fluffy, people are like, oh, have you tried cauliflower pizza? And I'm like, why would anyone make cauliflower pizza?
So some of it's okay. It's not good. But the problem is that some people, like me, apparently over time, I have somehow developed this weird thing with cauliflower that like I can't eat it cooked anymore. It upsets my stomach really badly.
So
I don't know why.
think I don't think we're actually built to process as that class of vegetables as well. But I'm just like, okay, just have one slice of pizza instead of the whole Domino's. Like, let's not take away the will for everyone to live by saying, hey, that's like, when people would say like, oh, it's not bacon, it's turkey bacon. And I'm like, I have a lot of questions as to where on the turkey the bacon comes from.
Which it's funny because they do put pork in it. They just don't tell anybody.
That's probably the only part of it that's edible.
They literally add pork fat to it because turkey has like no fat in it, so they add pork fat to it.
Ew.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, and it look just. I know it's not bacon. Do you have to form it in little bacon like ribbons?
But you gotta believe it's bacon, Mo. So you gotta put it in a bacon shake.
Okay, I believe bacon or turkey bacon is real bacon, like I believe Letecia is, well, any of her stories. They're interesting to think about. They give you a couple chuckles, but on the whole, I'd rather just not have it had to listen to it.
Speaking of holes.
She's like, oh, no, he didn't, I swear. Gosh, so dumb.
I didn't have a weapon. I couldn't just go grab and he hurt him. So somehow, I don't remember exactly, but we end up being in it again. Like,
Okay.
being in a commotion again. And that's the second time that he was attempting to try. And that's when I kind of went completely on blackout.
He just had to have another taste of Letecia.
Oh. Wrong word, no.
I should not be laughing at the I'm sure the brain bleach that you are putting in your Amazon cart right now. But as I have always said, if I have to be inflicted by that thought, everyone else has to too. Oh my gosh, you know what I realized she reminds me of? Okay, if you were 90s kids, remember the hazmat stickers, like the stickers with the little green pukey face? They would put on things they didn't want you to put in your mouth hole.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Letecia looks exactly like that sticker, because she's kind of got those, the little stink waves and the sick stuff. It was the yuck sticker. Yeah, the yuck stickers. The poison control stickers.
I was like, I must have missed something when I grew up overseas. Like, I don't recall this at all.
I'll have to... Yeah, they were little, like, green stickers with, like, a frowny face / get sick face. And they were for us kids to, like, oh, just because this looks like, purple Kool-Aid. No, it's actually Windex.
It's the Jesus juice. From Jones or whatever his name is.
Insert Canadian PSA here. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't put it in your mouth. I mean, well,
That, Lord have mercy.
phrasing. Good. Oh,
Which is maybe what Letecia should have assumed that she meant earlier.
yes.
She's like, I don't understand what you mean by putting stuff in places. I don't get it.
Again, and we are up to head trauma number 87, but now she's completely blacked out.
Yeah. But she's getting ready to tell you though everything that happened though, but she doesn't remember anything.
Well, she is, Chuck Norris. She was just going to roundhouse kick him,
You
hit him
know,
with the old stare.
I would actually might pay to see Letecia try to roundhouse kick somebody.
I would pay to see that too. Her and Megan Boswell in like the fight of the terrible moms with the fight of the terrible liars. If we could get this on pay-per-view.
When we could make it a 3-way and throw old Amy in there.
No, Boone is going to go against... See, Boone is a little older, so I think she and Susan Smith will do well. Because they're both older, more grizzled. Less to lose. So I think it would be a death match.
Who do we put? Oh God, you just said her name earlier. The crazy cult lady.
Jody Hildebrandt.
No, the other one. God, that's how terrible it is. No, the
Oh,
other cult
Lori
lady.
Vallow.
Yes. Who
The
do we
other
put?
Mormon cult.
Yeah, the other one.
The other one. Lori Vallow. I never daybell her because she wants to be daybelled. So I don't.
Who do we put Daybell against? Do we put her against the other cult lady that you said that I can't remember? Hildebrandt and
Hildebrandt.
Ruby?
Too. Well, so I actually bought Ruby's daughter's book, and apparently
Yeah.
Jody and Ruby were more than friends.
Allegedly, yes.
Because every grown woman sleeps with their bestie every night and exorcises demons from them.
Is that what are we calling it now?
I mean,
that we're exorcised in demons? Is that why she's moaning?
oh God, no. Oh, it's just too much. Ugh. Like no, like Boney and the Beast. It's Boney and the Beast. There is not one like even. Okay, like when you see those dogs that are so ugly they're cute.
Yeah.
There is no way that level of grotesqueness even goes beyond and horseshoes around a cute.
Not wrong.
Yeah, math I may not be able to do, but the physics of when, something horseshoes around from ugly to back to cute, it's so ugly it's cute.
Yes.
I do know that, and that didn't reach that.
And yes, that's what that means.
True. All right, let's continue. Brain trauma number 712.
Speaking of bumping uglies.
Well, anything that bumps into Letecia can say that.
And I don't remember. Oh yeah, I remember I told you he was demanding different things, and I gave him a brown suitcase. I gave him a box that was in the room.
Okay, so let me see if I've got this correct. Man you invited to your house gave him the, code to get past your security, has attacked you for a long time. Now apparently is in the middle of a heated scavenger, hunt competition and needs, a whisk, a strainer, that suitcase over there, that piece of plywood, and your stepson.
Yeah. And a box, but I think he already got the box.
Oh.
It's not going to stop. We've devolved.
No, we look, we have been exposed to Letecia so long that it has poisoned our souls, which is why we're switching next week, because we can't be responsible if we're going to actually watch this entire one.
We've only failed on people who are absolutely just terrible human beings, though.
Yes, like Daryl Brooks. Yeah. I forgot how slow he talked and how dumb he is.
Yeah, well, he got his, so...
Well, I mean, I just don't know what to send. I mean, what does one send for one's first prison assault?
Ben gay.
Don't give me any ideas.
He asked me, he demanded the brown suitcase. Well, he didn't demand the brown one, he demanded a suitcase. And I just gave him the brown suitcase.
Okay.
And in my mind, I didn't know.
Can you describe the suitcase for me?
I don't remember. I just remember, we have like 10.
Okay.
I just remember it's a brown...
Is it like a checked bag, a carry-on bag?
Yeah, maybe like 27 inches, maybe.
Okay.
Like,
so it's like one you would check, not...
What?
I
don't understand. I would never have just pulled out, it's like 27 inches. Now, Sarah Boone is going to be calling, because how does Letecia just know the exact measurements of her suitcase?
Yeah, that... Knowing what happened in hindsight, that's actually kind of disturbing that she probably actually did have to measure it. And that's why she knows.
Yeah. Yeah, that it is disturbing. It is so disturbing. But again, she's like, I don't remember much about it, but it was 27 inches. Now, what I would have told you was be like, look, it's a big in. It'd be one I'd have to put. I would have said I would have had to check it. I would not have off the top of my head known, 27 inch. I'd have been like, it's brown. It's the one. Okay, this is how I would know. I'd be like, look, it's the one that if we're going to a nice place, I don't let us take. It's our hillbilly packing, when you need an extra suitcase real bad and you don't care what you look like.
Yeah, I think the only reason that I know that the TSA ones that you can check, or that not you check, that you can take on board is 24 inches is just because I had to look semi-recently. And that's literally the only reason I know that.
Yeah, I would just assume she's so weird.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you he took this one. Why? Because it's no longer in my house. Why are you asking questions? It's like you're a detective interrogating me.
Yeah. Yeah, this woman.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
You can't check 27. You can only check 20, 21. So
checked is the ones that you give to them.
Right. It can't be over 21.
I thought you were going to be a flight attendant. Carry on can't be over 20. Oh my God.
She wasn't going to be a good flight attendant. But she was going to try.
Oh my God. Could you imagine her as the front clerk, trying to get you ugh. Okay, so we don't have anything for Tuesday, but I could try to get you with our sister airlines, made up airline. She's gonna sell you a ticket to an airline that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I could see that and definitely believe that that's what she would do.
Could you imagine her in an emergency? Flight attendants out first. Flight attendants out first.
Yeah. Basically,
you're all on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, she She could have researched her fake job, Chandler. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, Chandler didn't do that very well.
Well, again, it boggles the mind how State Farm would have a solar panel division.
Yeah, well, it's... And the part that gets me is, like, it was clever what he tried to do, but, bro, SpaceX doesn't make solar panels. Tesla does. It's like, that requires literally zero effort.
He just knew Elon Musk run him. He figured he would, he would hammer out the details when he got down to Florida with Kat with nowhere to live.
Yeah, well, and that would be the boring company that he runs that actually bores holes in the ground. He can hammer out at the boring company.
Oh, they're all so dumb. And yet they're like, I'm going to get away with it.
Yeah.
Over 20, it has to be over 21. It doesn't have to be over 21 check, but if it's over 21, it can't be a carry-on.
Right.
So the bigger, like,
So it was
not,
a
That's
bigger
what she
one?
just
yeah,
said.
yeah. So
Okay.
like I'd say about 27
Okay.
inches, or I say inches or whatever. And I thought he was gonna put
Feet.
things in our home in it, like
Okay.
take all of our
Jesus.
stuff and like our, anything that needed. I thought he was gonna like take the gun
What did he do with it?
and take, like, I don't know. I provided what he asked for or demanded, and then we got into it again because there was yelling, and I don't remember what we were yelling about, but it was just anything I could do. If I give you this, take everything.
From your
Can we
thoughts
just
to
whatever?
God's ears.
And
Okay. And you said he wanted a box?
yeah, he that was one of the things that I'm trying to remember all of it. That's why I said I thought he was going to pack our, like, whatever there was in our home. Because originally I didn't think that he was in our home to take.
The detective's soul is actively trying to leave the chat. It's like, look, we have listened to enough stupid. We're going to leave our corporeal form here, but we are astral projecting to somewhere else.
Yeah. Oh, God. Letecia.
She's probably like trying to text her partner, like, have you gotten the search warrant yet? I am done listening to this chick. Like, you owe me.
Yeah. She's going to take her out to a nice steakhouse tonight.
Like, left me in the room of nothing matching.
With this crazy heifer.
Yes.
Remember I told you I didn't think he was in our home to take something because he was trying a gun. But at that point I thought he was going to like clean us out with, or I say clean us out, take whatever he could.
Like steal things? from
Yeah,
you.
like steal things from us.
Now, Letecia, hear me out, because this is crazy, but she is a police detective, so I'm pretty sure she does understand the basic concept of cleaning you out. Means to burgle you.
Or complete, depending on how you want to look at it.
Just so I love how she's telling a cop, a detective, like, okay, look, I don't know if you're hip to the lingo, but he was going to clean us out, and that means he was going to rob us.
Yeah. I legitimately have not heard that phrase in some time. That they were going to clean them out. I have not heard that phrase.
And
except for
how
in reference to Roto-Rooter.
How ironic that it would come from Leticia's mouth,
Yeah.
who has an odd and strained relationship with clean.
Yeah.
They're not on speaking terms right now, as you can tell.
It's a very loose relationship.
Ew.
That actually wasn't intended to be gross, but I see where you're going with that.
See, my superpowers come back to me now.
Because you can, if you're in Morrison Ranch and you're like, oh, I'm going to the airport, but it doesn't look like you're walking out the front door with a TV. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was my mindset of like,
Oh, so you think that he was going to correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like what you're telling me is you thought he was going to take stuff from your house and put it in the suitcase in the box and
Right.
make it look like he was going to the airport.
Yeah, like
not
going
like
to-
he was stealing
Yeah,
from you.
yeah.
I love how Letecia has given him a full backstory. Like, look,
Yeah.
he's gonna, if he was ever asked, if, you know, Eduardo was asked while leaving my house with all these things, he's gonna be like, see, I'm on the way to the airport for Miss Letecia. Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is going on?
It's like, but you don't live here, sir. Like, it's like, so why
Like, in
do you
case-
have luggage?
In case the cops pull him over, he has to have a backstory, so Letecia has lovingly provided it.
It's so ridiculous. It's just stupid. Her story is just stupid.
Because after this, you know, chance robulating, and she's like, yeah, he's probably not going to take our big screen TVs because that would look weird. But him going out with this milk crate and in a suitcase,
Yeah. It's like,
people will just assume he's going to the airport.
yeah, it's like you could be taking things to storage. You could be doing all kinds of things, but no, like, let's go to the airport. Sure, okay.
So hilarious. Because all she would, okay, let's be real. She never had a chance, but all she had to say was, I blacked out. You know, I don't know what's missing. It is possible that there has been stuff taken out of the house. And then once I realized Gannon was missing, I was too worried to even go and do an inventory. So you might find some things that are missing.
Yeah. There's 100, like, honestly, and I know that we have talked about this before, but like the fact that she has gone to the extent of explaining all the things that she doesn't remember, it's like, just say you got your head banged around like 18 times or whatever number we're up to now. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's good enough. It's like, you don't need to explain this level of detail. Like, there's no need for it.
No, after multiple head traumas. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
none of this. Again, it would have been damning had she said, yeah, I gave this guy, you know, that no one has ever seen and wasn't picked up by Ring doorbell. But then you immediately get the cops looking for the suitcase and the box. You
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah, it's so silly. It's like she's just giving too many details. And like, it's not like she was going to get away with it anyway. But like, it's when people do things like this that it boggles my mind. That it's like, how did you think that you were going to get away with it? It's like, you might have had a plan in your mind to have an answer if any of these things come up, but you shouldn't just voluntarily give them up. Like, you're
Yeah.
just not that smart. It's like, if
We
it
are going
comes up,
to-
say something.
This might be my favorite part because this is where she thinks she's going to leave. And she's like, okay, well, I've told you all my story. I'll drive myself to the hospital because you guys want me to, you know, get a kit done since apparently, you know, like evidence is important or something. So this is where she thinks she's going to leave and she's going to take her lovely little cell phone. And I think a male detective is going to come in and physically yoink it out of her hands, which might be my favorite thing in the entire universe.
Is his name Eduardo?
Please let his name have been Eduardo.
It's like,
I'll
she's
even
like,
settle for an Eduardo or an Edward at this point. Even an Eddie. Ed, or Eddie.
the detective's like texting, we need to find Eduardo. Get him in here and get him in plain clothes. It's like, I know he's on duty right now, but come on. We need this to happen.
Yeah, get rookie Eduardo in here now. Come here. Okay, you're going to put on this fake mustache, okay? Now, come here. All right, now you're going to go take Letecia's phone. Why am I doing this? Does anyone know? Look, it'll be hilarious when we tell you the whole story, but I'm going to need you to go in there right now.
Just do it, son. Just go in there and take it like you own it.
Yes.
Because she's used to that.
This chick can't give it away. I don't know what, I mean, Albert, what were you thinking?
I don't think she made it to the parking lot.
Very important. You know, and I just want to go. My lips are burning, and I want to take a shower. I mean, look at my fingers and all those things.
Right. So it would be better to get the forensic exam
I'm not
done
going over there like
before you
not
take a shower.
not like cleaned. I'm not doing that. Like as in shape.
It's not a date, Letecia.
Are you sure? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I just hit my mic standy thing. Yes, she did unalive her stepson. This is the part where they are encouraging her to the point of almost asking for a warrant to do a, SA exam on her at the hospital, since she just gave 4 hours of claiming that she was SA'd.
Yeah. But it never actually happened.
Yeah. Yeah, she is confused about how all of this works.
I mean, she is confused about a lot of things.
Well, true. She's like, why won't I get my fake polygraph test?
I forgot about the fake
Her
polygraph.
call to the customer service, and that poor English guy had to come all the way to America and, explain. And he had to listen to a recording of Letecia like, I don't even understand. So I put in like questions like, what's my eye color? And I said blue, but that was wrong because it's, brown. And then I also put like I had nothing to do with my stepson's disappearance and or unaliving.
Yeah. And it's like, didn't you say like that this place is actually like designed for like people to get away with affairs and stuff? Not
Affairs.
felonies.
Yeah, it does specifically lay out, on fakepolygraphs.com that this is for like to let your partner know that of course you haven't been cheating and you did get a polygraph test, or to, if like you're being accused of like maybe touching something or doing something fairly small, I was totally not here, so
Yeah.
let's get back to this.
Not this.
Yeah, this galaxy brain.
Age and things like that. I'm not doing that. I haven't showered in 2 days. I like that's disgusting. I'm not doing that.
But you decided to go into a police station all functified.
Yeah. I'd be a little offended if I was this lady. I'd be like, so you think it's fine to sit in here with me smelling like 3-day-old armpit?
Yeah. And looking like it.
Well, I wasn't gonna say it.
And I was.
Will gladly go.
Well, I mean, so you're saying you want to go take a shower before you go get the
No, it's
exam
not. I
done?
didn't say I was going to go take a shower. I said I need some time to just
You
rest.
just said you were going to take the shower.
I'm exhausted. I want to take a shower. My hair is nasty, and I'm not going over there like dirty,
Yes.
smelly.
The only
for
honest
someone
thing-
But you realize that's how we gather evidence, right? So if you go take a shower right now, and I understand that you're like uncomfortable, right? And that you want to take a shower,
Right.
and so that's why I would like to get you over to the hospital to get the exam done.
Okay, well, then I'm driving myself there because
no.
I'm not getting escorted to an exam when I'm already going through a difficult time with having someone violate my body.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where Letecia doesn't realize that, again, any parent who is actually worried about their child being lost wouldn't care about any of this stuff and wouldn't have waited 3 days to tell everyone this particular story.
Yeah, well, and then there's Letecia.
And then there's Letecia, and she wonders why she was convicted. Just like Sarah wondering how we're all so stupid as to not have realized the truth.
Yes, of course.
To whether you go in the front or the back. I mean,
am I not allowed to take myself there?
I didn't say that at all. I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to impress upon you, like, if you go take a shower, then you wash away the evidence.
I know, I understand. I just said...
And you said you weren't going to go over there while you're...
Yeah, I don't want to
While
go
you're
dirty. I can at least go freshen up or something. Like, I'm...
Okay. All right. I'll be right back.
Not even a hoe bath, Letecia. And I know you're probably really, really familiar with those. But no.
Can't even get a good old walk of shame.
Yeah. I love how the detective's like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and need to just hold her here.
Yeah.
Because Leticia's obviously, well, lying, but not understanding directions, which you think a flight attendant would have to know to give them.
You
But-
would think that.
But I guess, she hasn't trained yet.
Well, that's...
Yes,
wonder
she
what
did.
I wonder what she spent all that time with her doctorology then.
Well, she was a doctor of education.
Oh.
She was in charge of molding young minds. I'd rather her be a flight attendant on Spirit Airlines.
Is that like the good kind of mold or the bad kind of mold?
The bad kind. The deadly kind. Not the fun mold either. Not the fun mushrooms. The bad kind.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you show me how to leave?
Please? I have to go over here. Let me get somebody to escort you out.
Okay.
If you ask a teenage boy, it's Axe body spray.
Yes.
Hi. She said that I could go.
Well, can you talk to me about what's...
Can I? You told me I could.
I know, but I left.
I understand
So we
that.
started and I left, and I just want to get the fill in. So I have a couple questions about Sunday, if you're okay filling that in. I know you're tired.
I'm tired, and
But-
you said that I could go. I just want to take a break. That's all I'm asking for.
Where do you want to
That means I
Gannon's
want to go
missing.
rest.
No.
Like, she said I could drive myself to the hospital, so I just don't want.
What do we need to go to the hospital for?
Am I
Are you
able
okay?
to just go? I mean, what do you mean? am I
Letecia,
okay?
you're asking instead of bulldozing
This is
her
the first I'm
over,
hearing about a
so...
hospital. I mean, what's going on with that?
This is why I'm waiting, because I've already given her information that you guys can clearly like watch and see, and you can know why I'm going to the hospital, because she wants to get DNA, like, or to have your body checked for
Okay, you know what? Again, a real adult, as terrible and as difficult as this situation is probably going to just use the words, I was SA'd, I need to go get an exam, and not beat around the bush. Now, maybe I'm just a lack of effery kind of person, so, I just say it like it is. But at a certain point, the girly girl, kind of hee like I'm 13 and I can't talk about stuff like an adult is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. It's the tiptoeing around that is really annoying, and it's been annoying throughout this whole 4 hours of like, she's never been really direct about anything at all.
Yes. Well, and I mean, again, if this had all happened, I am sure that the police would have handled it in a fashion that would have been both respectful and dignified as much as they could make it. But it's still about Gannon. Gannon's been missing for 3 days, and she doesn't get why people are a little bit irritated with her and want to get this done now. She's like, I can do this like tomorrow, like I'll pencil you in for Monday next week. She doesn't get the urgency people have, and it is so tone deaf.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Were you sexually assaulted? When did that happen?
It happened on Monday.
On Monday? What?
I can't do this right now and go through it again. I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
So let me make sure that we've got everything lined up for a standing exam. That's what she was talking about.
Yeah,
right?
she's gonna do that, and I'm gonna just take a break. I want to get food. Look at my lips; they're chapped. I haven't.
You want some food?
I know.
What do you want?
I'm sorry, we have to stop the interview. I need to go get my lip balm.
It's what does okay. Explain to me, Mo. What does the lack of food have to do with chapped lips?
Not to mention, we just saw her hoover down a Hot Pocket. And yes, Rachel D., upon further inspection, I may be in fuller F deficit with Letecia than normal, because this is the Megan Boswell sort of behavior that really ticks everyone off. But yes, this is 72 hours after Gannon has been reported missing by her. She claimed for the first, I think, almost up until this point, that she had, that Gannon had said he was going to go play with friends and never came back home.
Yeah.
She, tried to say that Gannon was upset, he ran away. Then she tried to say that maybe he went, with someone to go explore not street legal pharmaceuticals like bath salts. So she's already put out, a good 3 or 4 different stories. No one can get in contact with her. No one knew where she was for these 72 hours. And this is her her first initial interview after the police talked to her, right when they started the search for Gannon. So she is what Megan Boswell wishes she was smart enough to be, and she's still stupid.
Yeah. A little bit.
A lot of it.
Okay.
But between Megan and Letecia, they're both dumb. Look, I'll let them fight it out over who gets to be the queen of the dumb people.
But at least Leticia's a doctor. Allegedly.
True. And she doesn't end every sentence after she's barely, intelligible with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I don't actually. That was
Even the closed captions, and we had dual closed captions going on because the state did their closed captions and then Court TV tried to do their closed captions, and even some of them, the closed captions were like unintelligible.
Yeah, that happened, like that whole thing about the know what I'm saying thing happened in the ASAP Rocky thing that was going on, or still going on, I guess. And the prosecutor. So there was one of the main witnesses, really, he would say it. The prosecutor never said a word to him about it. But then, like, this other guy came up, one of the other friends who was allegedly there, he kept saying it, right?
Yeah.
And the prosecutor, kid you not, was like, he's like, sir, he's like, just because you keep saying know what I'm saying, it doesn't mean that I understand what you're saying. And I was just like, wow, I was like,
You're insufferable.
it's like, that's kind of a terrible thing to say. Because, like, you let the other guy, your witness, say it without saying anything to him. And then suddenly when the guy comes in and tears your case apart, now you have a problem with it.
Well,
like...
probably. I am just waiting for someone to tackle her like those Snickers commercials. Like, you just...
You need a Snickers? The hangry commercials?
Yes. Of course, I want to tackle her anyway, so I don't know if... But I also would like a Snickers. So, to be fair, possibly could work. Could also, third possibility, I could get both a Snickers and tackle her. And be happy on 2 levels.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was never an option considered in the commercials.
They give you a Snickers because you tackled her. As a good job.
Oh, you're right. I could get behind this sort of, cultural shift.
Yeah. I believe they call that behavioral conditioning.
I like it.
What do you want to eat?
Okay, she just said I could be escorted out.
Okay.
I promise you have my number. I haven't not.
You're done with all that?
Right. I haven't not communicated with you. I have been.
Are you done with that coke?
Nothing but. Can I not take it?
I love how they are both passively aggressively trying to woman their way through this. This is where my innate lack of bullshittery means I lean more towards manness, where I would have just said, like, look, I have to go check a couple things before I can escort you out. Instead of that, like, oh, do you want me to take your cut? Like, no, like, I have a couple more things to do. I will find someone to escort you out. You cannot leave until then because it's a secure facility.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I just leave. Like, this dance of passive aggressiveness is just miss me.
I kind of hate it, but it's also kind of funny, even though it makes me like kind of severely uncomfortable.
Yes.
Because it's just like somebody just do something.
Yeah.
Can I get your card?
But yeah, it's ridiculous. But I do think it's funny because, like, yeah, like somebody said here, please give us the can for DNA. It's like, yeah, like they could have just like waited till she left if they're trying to be surreptitious. Jesus, I can't speak English. Whatever that word is about it.
Oh, yes.
And it's like but they're just being so weird about it, and it's kind of obvious.
Okay, so now I'm having this mental thing with myself because since my older girls have learned to drive and can do it, I will like give them my card so I don't have to get out of the house. I'm wondering if I'm turning into Howard Hughes. Because like any reason that I don't have to leave my house, I'm kind of okay with.
Yeah. I mean,
So
isn't that kind of what kids are for? To like do things
That's what I
for
thought.
you? As somebody with no kids, I mean, I thought that was kind of the point of kids.
Well, it's just, yeah, it's just like, you need to, you have to leave this house. And I'm like, yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's going to be really cold tomorrow, so you don't have
Yeah,
to go.
so I mean, I can't go out tomorrow. And, you know, I mean, outside is so outside.
Yeah, surreptitious. There you go. I was like, I don't know why. Like, I got hung up on that word. Like, why can't I say this word? I know how to say it. I know what the word means. Why won't it come out?
Oh
That's
my
what she
gosh,
said.
I picked out the worst like article to do. It was about how the mafia just can't find good hires anymore. But apparently there is this other foreign mafia that's moving in.
Yeah.
Now I was like, look, I'm not even going to attempt this because I can see various ways this could go very wrong for me. So I'm like, the something foreign mafia.
Yeah. There's some words like that aren't worth trying to pronounce.
No, I was just like, why do I always do this to myself? I always decide to pick the one article I don't look through, and then I'm like, yeah, that's not a word.
At least not a word that is worth pronouncing.
No, so I'll just highlight it, and I'll be like, the town of blank, somewhere in this country I can't pronounce.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, I got this job to sound smartish.
You can if you want.
Yeah,
I just didn't know if you were done with it. We recycle them too. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hang tight for me just real quick. Let me make sure that she doesn't have any other questions because
But
she finished up.
She just said
Okay, I get that. I
she-
get that. Let's just let me double check with
But
her.
she said I could go.
But she finished up the interview.
I keep wanting her to say, I was
But-
told that I would get my red stapler back, but I would told that the last time we had a retirement party that I was not given a piece of cake, but I would really just like a piece of cake this time. Like, I feel like I'm watching Office Space.
Oh my god. It's like, just tell her to sit down and that she can't
And
leave yet.
shut up. Like,
I mean, she's even like kind of doing the knife hand, like kind
yeah.
of. She needs to
I mean-
point it a little more directly at her, though.
Vale, you can't say it, but I can. Detective Pointy Boobs just needs to. I mean, the boobs are even pointing to the couch. Just go to. Her boobs are even being aggressive and pointing toward the couch. But this woman's like, if you would just please, if you could just give me a minute, like I would just be very happy if you would just stay here for just a second. I'd have been like, you're staying here.
Yeah, it's like, I just don't understand. It's like, you're literally the authority. It's like, just tell her that she's going to have to wait. Because you can't
Now-
just leave.
Now, I would like to. I wish I were in a cake mode. Now, as a person who functionally can just not get warm most of the time, you know, and in the middle of a pending cold snap, I really want ice cream because makes sense. Makes as much sense as Letecia hawking Lysol.
I have heard this phenomenon of like people wanting ice cream when it's cold outside. I have heard this from another female, and I'm wondering if this is a uniquely female thing.
I think it is a female thing. And yes, that was my son yelling about something, and no, I don't know what.
Well, it doesn't sound like he's in pain, so
No, so Mr. Mo lives upstairs with all the children people, and it's so loud up here. I'd like my fortress of solitude.
is under construction.
Yeah, and then, so not only is all my life in like 3 different rooms right now in boxes, but then my husband was building this big, huge closet, so he was taking out a wall, and he was trying to explain constructionology to me, but apparently this was a load-bearing closet wall that we used to have. Now, I don't know what the level of quaaludes were when people built my house, but they must have been massive, because because he's like, I don't understand why we had a load-bearing closet wall, but we did.
I mean, I guess you got to put it where it goes, I guess. I mean, that doesn't make a ton of sense, but
No, so now he's finally getting to, we are putting in vinyl flooring, and it's just, you know, everything about this project. We had our van getting ready to haul a bunch of stuff, and it turns out that squirrels had carefully and precisely filled every single intake valve of a bunch of things with fur and leaves and whatever the hell. So they cost
geez.
us $1,000.
Jesus.
I was like, what the hell?
And
Squirrels, what have we ever done to you?
And I thought that I had problems. Because, like, I ordered something, like, a month and a half ago. No, a month and a week ago. Like, to be custom made and all this stuff. It's like a pedal board for guitar stuff. And,
Oh, cool.
and it got here, like, 3 days late, but that's UPS's fault, not the people's fault. And I started to, like, because I have to unhook everything from one and then move it to the new one and all that stuff. And I realized, I'm like, I don't have enough cables to do this, because now there's enough room to put all the things on it. So of course I'm going to put all the things on
All
it.
the things on it.
I'm like, I don't have enough cables for this. And I'm like, damn it. But I want to
No,
play with
it's
it.
just, yeah. No, the squirrels actively hate me. This is the second time they've tried to unalive me in a vehicle. The first time was when they chewed through the brake lines of my old car. Telling you, I don't know what I did in a past life to woodland creatures, but this Mo is nice, like has never done anything to you. Take that up with past Mo, okay? I didn't know her.
Yeah, that sounds kind of scary.
My only thought is that I must have owned a really creepy taxidermy shop back in the day, like in a past life. I was a weird taxidermist. And I made like Civil War Reconstruction squirrels, and that's why they're really pissed off at me.
Or you worked at Disney, one of the two.
True. I mean, there can be multiple truths, I've heard. Okay, I hope she just like strong arms her and then
Are you holding me here?
I'm not holding
Okay,
you.
so can someone lock me out?
You want to go? You want to leave?
I will clearly answer your questions. I just want to take a break. Like I've literally followed all your.
Where do you want to go for your break?
I want to see my child.
Okay.
I want to get lunch with her.
Well, I'm more than happy to get you lunch or to bring your daughter here or whatever needs to happen. I'm not saying that you can't leave, but I would like to finish up this conversation.
I would like
with you.
someone to say she
Questions
can't
about
leave.
Sunday that I have, and this is the first time that I'm hearing that you're sexually assaulted.
Are you
So
just saying that right?
that
there
would
with the
be
cases?
well.
You didn't notice
you
that she
kidding?
didn't write anything down.
I can't believe Leticia's like, I can't believe you said the words SA out with the door open. Letecia, look, you have a child. Essentially, I think you know how the process goes. Yes, is it most, she is acting worse than a Victorian woman who accidentally saw the leg of a table and, instead of being covered by a skirt.
Yeah. That's a mighty fine ankle.
Yeah, the Victorians confused me because the boob was just up to the neck area, but you see an ankle. And I was like, yeah, that ankle cleavage, that's where they get you. And then it's up to the calf. And then you get to see some knee action. I'm like, your boobs are out to almost the nippular area, but you're worried about an ankle. Humans will never make sense to me.
And then my people from the South and my old boys, the Dukes, came up with old Daisy Dukes. So we went from ankle to cheeks.
Okay, see, and that would have been a great invention, except that I believe that there is a Midwestern tradition that only women who maybe could want to not think about wearing Daisy Dukes are the only ones that want to wear them.
Yeah. It's kind of like yoga pants, no?
It's never... Can we all just say no to flesh-colored yoga pants? Please, I don't need to be in Walmart trying to guess leggings or cellulite. Because I am playing that game. I can assure you.
I have unfortunately witnessed that once in my life. And I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I'm not looking anymore.
I can't stop looking. I'm like, okay, tell me. No, she can't. And then I'll take like ever closer orbits of the offender to see if I'm... But not brazen enough to just go up, and just ask, hey, are those leggings, or are you naked? Like, just asking for a friend, because I am confused, and I have places to go, so I can't do 30 minutes of orbiting you. So. Baby got kinkle.
Came towards the door, so I opened the door. If you'd like to have a conversation in the room, we can. It's up to you. But like I said, I missed out on a bunch. So
Am I please able to just go get a drink and chill out?
yeah, we can just have some drinks. Where do you want to go?
So am I not allowed to leave? I'm clearly asking the question.
Well, I'm trying. So I guess our communication isn't the greatest at this point in time. Are you wanting to?
For fuck's sake, women.
It's like, Jesus. It's like, just get to the point. For
I-
fuck's sake.
Like, dudes, I feel your pain. Like, one of you heifers needs to figure out what we're eating for dinner, or I'm guessing, and I don't need to hear anyone bitch, all right? Because we're all getting frosties.
It's just
Like, I feel my inner Bronca coming out. Like, that's it. Both of you go make me a sandwich and I'll figure something out.
I mean, you're not wrong actually at this juncture, because this is like just, oh my God, just shoot me now, please.
I guess, again, the passive-aggressive dance of passive-aggressiveness.
It's just absurd. It's just say what you mean and mean what you
Oh my
say.
gosh, now I really want riblets.
Oh,
Damn
what?
it. Riblets. You know, they were like the little basket of not quite ribs. We're not quite sure what part of the rib-ish area it is.
Is this like a McRib?
No, well, I mean, it has bones in it. Look, I don't know what part of the animal you get the riblet from. I'm not an animalologist. I'm not even sure what animal a riblet comes from, now that I think about it.
It's the ribleter.
It comes from gerbils.
I don't know any of the answers to any of these questions.
I don't think McRibs are meat.
I
I don't think.
I legitimately don't think I've ever had one. I've just seen the memes about them. And I'm like, it's a thing, right? Like,
It is a real thing. I've never had one, but I remember being intensely upset during one of my pregnancies that it was out of season for the McRib, because I wanted one very badly, even though I'd never eaten one. Like, that's the trip
weird.
about pregnancy cravings. Like, for one kid, I really wanted rum raisin ice cream.
what? That's a thing?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd never had I had a rum raisin before, but for some reason I really, really needed it.
Oh, that's funny. At least it's not like pickles and ice cream or something weird like that.
No, I mean, I never had any like weird cravings other than rum raisin ice cream, which I never had.
That's so strange. Rum.
Leave the
raisin
office to
ice
go
cream.
get something.
Right, yes, I just,
Okay.
I clearly have, you have my number, I'm not gonna not answer you or anything, if you need me to answer you.
My name's Mick. How are you? Good, good. So let me talk to you for a second. Come on in for a second.
I understand, I just want to get directions.
I get it. And so, once again, we're
I love it. I had to go break up a fight between brothers. I was like, what are you guys doing? I don't know. Could you not do it in front of the room where I'm streaming? I guess.
Go fight somewhere else.
Yes, seriously. Like we have, and I kid you not, 6,800 square feet.
I mean, that's a lot of room to like.
And
go
yet
figure
you
out
need
somewhere
to
else go.
yell right here.
Well, did you know, Jesus, did you know, Mo, that the space right outside of your room is called the Coliseum?
Pretty much, because there was some gladiatorial. I think there was some purple nurpling going on, but look, I was simply there to use the scary demon mom voice of like, go downstairs, and not adjudicate who was nurpling whom.
Oh my God, needs to be a thing. It's like after you purple nurple somebody, you go, "Are you not entertained?"
Yes. We lucked out. We got a big house. It's 3 levels, which means that 2 of the levels, because they feature stairs, are somewhat limited to me now. But it is nice to have, a kind of big, but yeah, it's the Thunderdome around here. I like how she was just walking out the hallway. Like she thought she'd gotten out. And then here's Mitch just with her phone.
No, it's Eduardo.
Oh, Eduardo.
But he doesn't have a mustache. He shaved it.
Yeah.
He didn't want to get caught.
He heard Letecia talking about a shower and a shave, and it sounded great idea to him. Oh my goodness.
We're back in the interview room.
Okay.
We're on camera. Mitch Maholko, lieutenant with the investigation section.
Okay.
Okay. So at this point in time, what we had just discussed outside, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that you decided that you wish to leave, and that there's no problem with that. I asked if
you didn't ask. You took.
Okay, so
Letecia, be lucky that Eduardo over here took care of it, because I'd have line drive tackled you from like a 3-point stance into, just tackle. So.
Yeah.
Well, I love how she's like, you took my phone. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm sure that's the least of your problems.
You took it.
And he's like, I know, and I'm right on camera telling them exactly why we did that, because we signed for a search warrant. That's what we've been doing as we've been listening to your bullshit stories. So if you'd like to tell us the truth, that's right here, or we'll arrest you later. Like, that's... They really should...
At least, though, props to whoever this dude is, Mitch, whatever his name is. Props for coming in here and actually telling on yourself and doing the right thing. Props to him for doing that.
Yeah.
Because some cops probably wouldn't have did that.
Yeah,
Just
true.
at that point in time, you relinquished the phone to me.
I didn't relinquish the phone. You took it.
Listen, ma'am. I took the phone, and I told you that we would be applying for a search warrant.
Okay, you said applying.
That's correct.
Sir, I'm not going anywhere. I literally just need directions.
Not now. Oh gosh, this is, please, okay, police offices, I am willing to be flown out at your expense to deliver one-liners like this to your most irritating, arrestees.
Yes, as long as I can stream it, I will do it for free.
Just pay for my travel expenses, and look, you can even put me in the no-tell motel, because that's just more content for me, honestly. We can work it out. Like, I am there for when you just can't be bothered to sit and listen to one more lie. I will go in there. I just can't be promised to not be a sarcastic, heffalump.
Yes. It's like, so you applied for it, but
I have family numbers in there.
Oh, Letecia.
She's actually going that route right now. Like, I don't remember any of my numbers, which, to be fair, same Letecia. And the only stance that I can, or only occasion I can ever say that, same Letecia, I can't remember numbers to save my life.
I can remember some of them. I can't remember all of them. But I have some of them memorized.
I have my own memorized.
Actually, I will admit something that is semi-shameful here. So I have my phone number is a Phoenix phone number, and I have not lived in Phoenix since 2013, but I kind of refuse to get it changed because it's so easy to remember.
Hey, that works.
So, yeah.
Let's continue with the saga of, you stole my phone. That's not your purse.
There I don't have.
Understood. So at this point, we're going to be applying for a search warrant. Is that understood?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one favor. You let me find out, or you show me something that you can legally take my phone, and you don't have a search warrant yet. Can you show me that, please?
Understood.
Can you show me that?
Ma'am.
Can you show me that?
Ma'am, we're being video
I
recorded.
understand, but could you show me that, sir? Because that feels like that.
It's called, we suspect that you're going to try to tamper with evidence, so we are allowed to take it to stop you from destroying evidence. But she's like, I need to go ahead and see in the Magna Cartas where, you can take this, because I know my constitutional rights.
Contortional.
Let's be honest, this bitch would say that. She would. I'm a doctor of patriology, and I know I'm American citizen. American. I'm sorry, I thought this was America. Like, she'd go full Randy Marsh, she would.
Yeah. Oh my God. That reminds me of this guy. He does these funny things, and like he occasionally will bring out this character that he has made up where they're like kind of soft sit but not all soft sit.
Yes.
And he's like, I thought this was America. And he's like talking to cops and stuff. He's like, I thought this was America. And it's like, Jesus.
I have found myself more unironically becoming Randy Marsh, though. Like, I thought this was America. Like I thought we could make fun of stuff. I thought this was America.
Exactly.
Okay. And the more you look at Randy, the more you're like, you know what? It's clear he's given up, but you kind of look at the world he's in, and you're kind of like, okay, I get it. The Integrity Farm, arc makes sense now.
Kind of a little unconstitutional.
And if that's the case, that can be something that you did.
Respect my authority.
I know my rights. I know my Constitution. I think this is my Fifth Amendment, dude. She wrote letters a la Sarah Boone about her constitutional rights.
Yeah. Of course she did.
And secret messages in her peanut butter.
Yeah. Next we'll find that she's finding like the face of Jesus in her Pop-Tarts.
Probably.
I can't.
No, that sounds
So at this point, we're
unconstitutional.
going to go ahead and hold on to this phone.
No, that's unconstitutional. Okay, can I use another phone to call an attorney? That is unconstitutional.
There are multiple phones here.
Over here we have the bat phone.
Phil, I would like to explain how fucking funny. This is the first time she's thought about a lawyer. She did a Gypsy Rose.
Yeah,
I like an attorney.
I need a lawyer. It's like,
Son, this.
it's just so dumb. It's like, that should have been like the first thing that you did. But
Yeah.
somehow, I don't know what it is about people who are guilty, don't ever want to talk to attorneys for some reason. I don't understand
Until
that.
after they confessed.
Yeah. It's like, I don't get that. It's like, if anybody should be talking to attorneys, guilty people probably should first. Just saying.
She's gonna become a constitutional scholar now as she's coming back to the room all hot and mad.
I need anything from you. I just want directions. I want to be able to call my family.
Understood.
No, you don't understand.
Sure, and we're gonna get
No, you
in.
don't.
And this is the report.
You are doing something that's unconstitutional. You get a warrant, have it. Thank you.
So we're going to hold on to this. And
Is it
verify.
But why?
So
It's not.
do you wish...
You don't even have a warrant yet. I just want
Listen.
directions. You can have the call.
Is there somewhere that I can write directions
No, I
on
don't.
for you?
No, I want to be able to have access to call while I'm not. That's all. That's all I want. Is access to call. You can.
And what they're telling you, Letecia, is no.
I know that's a hard word for you.
And again, why are the cops still engaging with her? Again, we're taking this. We have a right to take it, so you don't destroy any evidence. I'm leaving. We're done. These
Yeah.
people.
So there is one small, as much of these people have done good things, these officers, there's one thing that they have not done well at all, and that is like just being plain with what is happening.
Yes.
Because they have not actually told her that, like, hey, we're allowed to keep this because, you know, we think you're going to destroy
Yeah.
it, like you said. They have not explained that to her. So, like,
No.
of course she's going to be irritated because she doesn't understand. Just be blunt.
Well, they're trying this softball approach, and Letecia clearly thinks that she can argue. So rather than being irritated that I have to argue with this heifer, I simply say, no, we are allowed to keep this. It's going into a Faraday bag. And once we download it and we get all the information that we need, we will contact you and you can get your phone back. Now, if you would like to commence to leaving, oh, that's right, we also have your car keys. So would you like to commence back to the interrogation room?
Or you can call an Uber.
Yeah,
Oh,
you need
wait.
to call an Uber.
You need to use our bat phone to do that.
I'm sure there's I'm sure there's a payphone around here somewhere. Have fun with you. God bless you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
It's not about the phone or the number. It's access to call.
So, Tisha, at this point,
We've got you for false reporting. At this point, you're going to need help so we can get a search warrant.
She's like, false, I done told you a story while I was here. It's just not the same one that I told you when you were looking for Gannon first. How could that be false reporting?
Oh, wait. She has several active civil lawsuits against the prison that she's housed at because they're violating her constitutional rights because she's Jewish and they aren't allowing her Shabbat rituals. Is that a
okay,
thing?
so are they allowing... Yeah, Shabbat is the... So technically she shouldn't... If she is a practicing Jewish woman, now it would depend if she's actually, more conservative or fundamental, but she shouldn't do any sort of work. Now, is she also getting access to a mikveh? Because if she's Hasidic, then she's going to need a mikveh. But I'm guessing she doesn't know what a mikveh is, or what Purim, or let's see, any other religious holiday other than Hanukkah is. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. I'm sure she doesn't know any of these things. So
I'm a terrible human being because I don't either. Which one is the door blood day?
that would be Passover.
Okay.
And the only reason I know this is because my algorithm is clinically schizophrenic, and one day just decided to give me this. And she's a lovely woman, but she's this Sephardic, Hasidic Jewish woman who lives in Toronto, who just blogs about her daily life. And apparently I just went like full on to the point where my husband's like, are you converting? I'm like, no, look, she wears wigs as part of her religion. What is there not to love? Other than the fact that you have to keep kosher, and that is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I know little to nothing about the Jewish faith. So I can't speak of any of that, but that's kind of crazy that it's not surprising that she has civil lawsuits against the prison. I mean, come on. We're waiting for Sarah Boone.
Yes. I'm just waiting to see if Sarah Boone goes Jewish or Islam. Or Hare Krishna. I'm kind of hoping for Hare Krishna. Scientologist.
She might fit in with that one, though.
She'd never get clear.
I mean, she'll never get her dinner plate?
So only certain sects of very Hasidic, I think it's the, I don't know. Anywho, I know that so for very staunchly conservative Jewish women, they just let only their husband see their hair, so they cover with a scarf or a wig. But you're not required to shave unless you're parts of certain really, like, uber religious sects.
Okay. Okay. I literally know nothing about this. I'm going to defer to the expert, Mo.
Yeah, because I watched a couple 5-10, films. I'm an expertologist in Judaism.
I did see like the word spelled semi recently What's the? Forgive me. This is gonna sound terrible. What's the thing that the dudes wear on their head?
Yarmulke.
I saw that spelled for the first time, and I'm like, that's not even a real word.
Because it has a YH in it, and you're like, no, that's no. You guys are you guys are pulling the wool over my eyes. You think I'm dumb because I'm from the country, but that is not how that is spelled, and then it really is how it's spelled.
Yeah.
Because you're like Yarmulke.
Yarmulke. I'm like, what's a Yarmulke? I'm like, that sounds like some Swiss chocolate or something.
I know, and I felt so bad because I was like this, because I did remember. Oh my gosh! So like the second year of doing mornings with Mo, what shows up like day 2 of 2024, but the Hasidic gentleman in the yarmulkes, popping out of New York sewers.
Yeah, I forgot that was like last year. It's interesting. Like religion can be a fascinating thing sometimes. It also can be a terrible thing too. But it's fascinating, the history and the traditions that people have in different religions. But yeah.
Yes, but it is funny how, again, it's like, and you don't want to be offensive, but you're like, I'm pretty sure that's not spelled that way. You're like, I don't want to tell you how to do your own religion, but that was not spelled the way I was thinking it was going to be spelled.
Yeah.
I already have such a loose relationship with spelling. Like, I'm like, now we need to add Yiddish to it. This is great. Let's add Welsh. Let's make Yiddish Welsh a thing that Mo learns next. Oh my God, could you imagine that?
That would be interesting. To hear a Welshman. And every other word is like F this. Oh.
Okay? So we're going to identify suspects, okay? So I'm going to hold you here until we get that
Oh,
search.
this is going on my algorithm next. Hey, that's not bad as a thing.
Do I have to like stay with the door? I mean, I've been shut up in here, ma'am, and I've been nothing but respectful to you.
Sure, and I'm
I mean,
Facts not in evidence. You showed up looking like Grimace and probably smelling like a dumpster heap. So,
I mean, it's not wrong.
no, that would be awesome. You get to turn lights and lights off, and you get to, like turn the oven on and off.
So what?
So on Shabbat, if you are a very
That's the Friday thing, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you go to Israel, you'll notice that the elevators stop on every floor on Fridays and Fridays evening into Saturday. So it's a full 24 hours, but basically because it's considered work to even turn something on or off. So,
That's what she said.
well, I mean, thinking I like this Friday to Saturday idea. Now that you've mentioned converting. I love how she's like, I've been respectful. I am good. Like, I have been good. I just ate your Hot Pockets and lied to you for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand wanting to get out of the world's ugliest room, but Letecia, have you seen your outfit?
She kind of fits in.
She does.
Sir, can I speak to you too? I don't care that you had the phone. You took it out of my hand, and that was very disrespectful. If you would have just asked me for it.
They had been asking you for it, and you said no, so he took it.
Yeah. It's
I love how she's carrying him like, it's not the way you said I had a big butt, but it was like the tone.
Yeah, it's like, Letecia, no means no except when it comes to the police.
I just love how she's gonna like tell him how to do his job next time. Like,
Could you just be a little nicer to a
I would
survivor
say
next
sure.
time?
But it was the way that you did it. Okay, so and then All I'm saying is, we'll have to be trapped in a room.
Okay. So, Tisha, I understand that, and I hear what you're saying about feeling disrespected about the phone being taken.
Jesus, no more feelings. No, we're not listening. We're not hearing. We're not validating. Shut up. Tell her to sit in this room. How did this become the WB and Batwoman? Like, seriously.
It's like, I understand trying to be, like, nice to people and stuff, and, like, trying to be respectful. But at some juncture, there are certain people who don't deserve it.
I get if this were anywhere other than a police station and Letecia has been told that she's being detained. Yeah. At that point, I think customer service can go down to a 2.0 level.
Yeah, it's like, I even understand if they were like, maybe this lady's just super nice, like this cop lady, maybe she's just a super nice person, normally.
Yeah.
It's like, I understand, but at some point in time, when somebody is becoming very, very difficult, and you are the authority lady, you need to put your foot down.
Yeah, again, we have wasted more time that if you had just told her to sit there.
Yeah.
We are working on some paperwork. As soon as someone can escort her. Well, Susan Lund, I would get that, except for as soon as she tried to leave, they were already working on the search warrants. So she was already going to be detained, for false reporting if she tried to leave. So while they did try to place her, once it was clear it wasn't going to work and she was going to continue heading towards the door, I would have said, well, Letecia, I would have brought in the other person and said, we have decided to hold you on false reporting because of your, keeping this story to yourself for 72 hours. We have lost 72 hours, looking for Gannon. So we have a search warrant because we now no longer trust you. So you can sit here and wait while we do that because you made us wait for 72 hours, and then I'd walk.
Yeah. It's just put your foot down. Like, be the authority. I mean,
yeah, seriously.
Like,
do we need to get Cartman in here?
I mean, it is Colorado.
I mean, are you disrespecting the hall pass?
It's just, that's the part that, like, I get that people want to be nice and stuff. I totally get it. But at some point in time, you just got to put your foot down and be like, look, like, I am the authority here. Like, you're going to listen. And this is why we're doing this, which is what the dude did. But it's just...
And then he retreated because he couldn't stand Letecia's smell. He was smart. These women just are going to talk her to death.
Yeah. But they've probably had their noses destroyed at, like, Bed
Beyond.
What? No, not that one. The other one.
Oh, Bath and Body Works?
Yeah, the smelly one. You knew what I was talking about.
I'm a girl. I know. I have been once or twice deceived into buying a bunch of, $100 worth of lotion only to smell like some god-awful potpourri just exploded all over me.
Wasn't his intention to disrespect
Okay.
you. Okay.
And
I'm sure that
understand.
I'm not letting him speak right now, but I'm sure if I did, he would say that he is sorry for making you feel disrespected.
That's fine.
Okay. At this point, I'm being told that you have to stay.
Okay.
And this is where we have to keep you. Okay. This is going to be the most comfortable environment.
Okay.
Okay. Because there's a couch and whatever else. Our other interview room.
What was he saying on payload for what now?
You're getting some search warrant.
Oh, okay. You're talking about search warrant for phone.
For you.
For me, what does me do?
Because
for your...
you've given
The search warrant would be for you so they can force you to get the exam without showering.
Yeah. They want to search warrant your hoo-ha.
Ew. I mean, but truthful. I mean...
It's what it is for.
I mean, I'm so glad she made it up. Can you imagine being that nurse and having to go near? I mean, just the hazard pay and the mental, help
Anguish.
after. Yeah.
The distress distress
Yes.
pay, hazard pay, all the pays.
Yeah, because I can just
give her
see the
whatever
little
she wants.
stink lines coming up off of her. Just,
She's like, what's that kid on Charlie Brown?
Pigpen.
Yeah, I was gonna
Pigpen?
say- Yes.
Dirt pouch.
I was gonna say dirtbag. Pigpen, yeah, that's his name. Not dirtbag.
Not that, not that Pigpen is a better name. Like, this sir is Pigpen Smith the Third. He's from a long line of pigpens.
It's just
We're dirt farmers.
that's funny.
Given us multiple different stories about
Oh, you're
what
talking about like the thing we talked about there.
Yep.
Oh, I was like, okay, I see what you're saying. I got you.
Because at this point you have evidence potentially on your body.
I got you.
Right?
I'm sorry. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Well, can I at least like go to the bathroom and like
No.
wipe off? Nothing.
No.
I can't pee. Nothing.
I can tell you that a forensic nurse examiner is
Oh,
accustomed to.
So,
No, hold on.
Yeah.
No, that's
What-
not.
what I-
Hold
what I
on. Hold on. We're not telling you can't go to the bathroom and
Okay.
pee. What we're telling you is that you can't go into the bathroom.
Damn, I just told you
and
that's where I had to go like
hold on.
an hour ago.
Hold on. I've offered you the opportunity multiple times to go to the bathroom.
I know, but I wanted to confess
So, hold on.
something to you.
Okay. So here's the thing. Okay.
I don't. You can take whatever you want from my body.
Right. And we're not saying.
Like right now, she's just like, go ahead and get in there. I'm sure one of you has a flashlight. Just go ahead and spelunk and get whatever you need. And then I'm going to leave. Like,
It's like, get her done.
yeah, I mean, at first she was like, no, but now she's like, could you also make new car smell down there as you rotate the tires? And I would like that rust coat this time, thanks. It's been 40,000 miles. It's supposed to be 30,000. I know, my bad.
It's like, I need the undercarriage to be redone.
Yeah, just like, Letecia, why? Okay, all right.
Saying that you can't go urinate
Okay.
or defecate if that's
Okay.
what you need to do.
Okay.
What we're telling you that we can't allow to have happen is you go in there and get paper towels and begin wiping possible
Well, do
evidence
you wanna
off
watch
of
me?
your body.
Do you want to watch me?
so we will get back with you and we'll get you to a bathroom here in just a minute.
Okay?
Okay?
So just have a seat for us and we'll be back with you.
Watch me. What about like a colder drink or something? I don't know.
Okay, you just bitched that you need to use the restroom and you want more to drink.
Can
I don't
get
know, a
something
hot
domestic,
meal.
hot
She
and
just
cold?
isn't she's like a hot meal, like a hot pot. Good God, what is going on here?
This is where this whole thing just falls completely off the rails.
Yes.
This interrogation just completely falls off the rails here.
Well, again, I don't know how she thought she was going to walk out of here like, then forget to drive to the hospital and everything was going to be peachy.
Yeah, exactly. Just,
Yeah. And no, they don't want to watch you. No one cares about you, Letecia. They have to make sure you're not destroying evidence of this fictitious thing.
oh my god, a clown car.
That's where his mustache went.
Oh god. Yeah, the fake mustache.
Okay. So
Hot pocket.
you need a colder bottle of water
What, you just
or a
took my
Gatorade.
Coke? Are you taking my drink too? What in the world?
It's called fingerprints, you dumb bitch.
And spit.
I'd have said that too. Because when she said what, I'd have been like, it's for your fingerprints, you dumb cunt. See you later. And I didn't buy one thing that you said.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Of course. This is why I'm not a cop. she's really gonna try to leave out here. Like, I'm gonna leave out here
Am I
right
able to
now.
make a phone call? Can I make a phone call? Because you said I could use the phone.
Yes. I told you I'm going to get you that. Please have a seat.
But you said I could call in the phone, and she said I could.
Do you need to
They
pee
didn't
or
lock
do you
the
need to use
door?
phone?
Why did
It's
they
just-
not lock the door?
It's like she's clearly a flight risk.
Yes. Okay, where does she... Oh, this is... All right. Okay. Right
Okay.
about... Okay, we'll suffer through her.
We're not asking you a question.
I'm not allowed to make a phone call.
We're not
I said I
asking
could
you-
have a right to an
Tisha,
attorney.
okay, so some things have changed since I made that statement to you.
What?
Okay, and so that is, at this point in time,
I just wanna know why
you're
I'm
no
being-
longer...
You're being-
Please, let me explain to
Okay,
you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So some things have...
All right, someone get me the phone book. It's obvious this isn't getting through. You are now a suspect.
It took all that time to get here.
It really did.
It's like, I understand, like, the whole legal process, search warrants, I get it. But can't it go faster?
I know. What was the judge doing? I mean, we have had to suffer through 3 hours of bullshit. What were you doing, Judge? You know, seriously.
And he's like, does she have to pee?
changed. Initially, you were free to leave.
Have fun.
And,
Haley Mouse, thanks for
you know,
joining
You
us.
could stop answering questions
Right.
whenever you wished, et cetera, et cetera. Now,
Okay.
through the course of the investigation, we have reason to believe that you potentially have evidence on your body, and we're applying for a search warrant to
So
collect that
basically,
evidence.
that's what it was, because
You're
you wanted
not
to escort me there, and I
free to leave.
didn't want to be escorted there because this is the process. Basically. I'm not stupid. I'm very educated.
We know you are. We know
Okay.
you're very
Therefore,
Detective, you didn't have to lie on her like that. I'd have said, prove it.
Oh, dear.
Actually, I probably would have said facts not in evidence. And then when she asked me, I said, I'm basically just saying in a smart way, I think you're dumb as a box of rocks. It's impossible. She may know that she has a Fifth Amendment. She just can't comply.
Yeah, you have the right to remain silent, but not the ability.
Ability. Nope. She's like, I can talk my way out of this. I'll just talk louder
Yeah.
and tell them I'm educated.
And they're gonna believe you, maybe not.
Well, they'll say they believe you.
and as somebody who's very educated, we're trying to get you to cooperate with it.
So we are going to apply for the search warrant.
I know. I said, could she just take me over there then? That's
So
all I'm saying.
here's the thing, because you've already said that you didn't want us
Okay.
to do that,
I
now we
understand.
have to go through the process of getting a search warrant because you've already declined that option.
I understand.
So it's going to take a little bit longer,
Okay.
and right now I need you to have a seat on the couch.
But I cannot call anybody. Like, I can't even call family members.
So right now you're being held, so just go
Okay.
If she would have just cooperated.
Yep. And now we're drinking what? More? Oh my god.
Can you do those questions then while I'm being held for the time? Or you said something about you had questions.
You've already asked for an attorney.
No, I
Out
was.
out in the hallway, you said, do I need to call an attorney? I'd like to make a phone call and all that stuff. So here's the thing, I don't want to get into all of that. Any
I'm
other
just getting
questions?
confused
Because
because
you've already said.
I was saying call attorney to ask him am
I know, and
Not
the thing
against
is,
you.
I do not want it to be misinterpreted in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Okay? So we're going to hold on.
There's this word that can save you from all the other talkity bits that you're having to do. It is called no. And you just use it, and it's very short. It's 2 letters.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actively beginning to hate women now. Like, I am like, why can't we just make clear, declarative statements about what we want instead of the passive-aggressive dance of bullshittery?
Yeah. I don't know, Mo. I don't know.
This is why I never understood girls, because I was like, okay, yeah, your butt does look kind of big in that, but your boobs look awesome in it, so what do you want me to tell you? Like, tits yes, ass no in this dress. I don't know. I have lost more girlfriends because I don't understand the, polite thing I'm supposed to say or the truthful thing.
Yeah, see, and those questions are questions that I don't answer.
And then I
Because
get
if-
actively annoyed when my hormones and uterus gang up to take away the logical mind that I'm normally gifted with to then ask Mr. Mo those questions.
Yeah, like, but those are questions that you men shouldn't answer, because if you say
Yeah.
yes, they're gonna say that you're placating them and that you're just saying it to make them feel better.
Yeah.
And
You
if you say
just have
no,
to say that because you're stuck with me.
exactly, it's like those are just questions that you just don't answer.
Yeah, there's never.
It's a trick question.
This is Admiral Akbar's in the background. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Yeah, I call them corner questions. Is what I call them, because you're putting me in a corner.
Look, these are choose my own. These are Oregon Trail questions, and I'm going to die of dysentery before I get the right answer. So, how about we just go ahead and I'll just make the couch up, okay?
Yeah,
We'll just skip this whole part, and I'll be in trouble, okay?
yeah, exactly.
And for a woman who is, how did she? Is her body so used to having 3 or 4 lorazepam that when she doesn't take them, she actively can't sit down?
Apparently, it's strange, and like somebody
Yes.
else said a little bit ago. Here you go, just
Yes.
lock the
What
door.
This is a flippin' police office. Like, I could understand if it was someone's house. A scary house, given the decor. But this is an actual police office where you could lock people in, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Not right now. So do I need to call an attorney? I'd like to make a phone call and all that stuff. So here's the thing. I don't want to get into all of that. Any
I'm
other
just getting
questions?
confused
Because
because
you've already said.
I was saying call attorney to ask him am I
I know, and
Not
the thing
against
is,
you.
I do not want it to be misinterpreted
All right.
in any way, shape, or form.
I can't
Right,
do
okay.
this.
Well, I got you.
I will actively repeal the 19th Amendment if I continue with that.
Get to the pee party.
Yes. Putting your dirty, disgusting feet on that hideous couch?
I mean, they were gonna burn it anyway.
Well, true. They will have to burn it after she sat on it.
And peed on it.
Oh, and yes, Gregory, sorry, you might not have been here for the episode in which Letecia stated that, now, this wasn't a usual day. She was extra stressed out, but not only did she get, like, multiple sustained head trauma during this attack, but she had also taken 3 lorazepam.
Yeah.
So that's what we were talking about. Now, I don't know if she was always prescribed that, but she did tell the detective, like, yeah, and by the way, I was, like, super anxious, so I took more lorazepam and then more.
Yeah. She just kept on and on and on.
Yeah, but she still could clearly remember after head trauma and lorazepam what exactly happened, down to the brown suitcase of about 27 inches.
Yeah. It's remarkable.
I think she's just looking in her bag right now. I think the tissue stuffing comes fairly soon. Or I'm wrong. I'm not doing anything suspicious as I, intently, theatrically look away from the camera. Also, what were you just taking, Letecia?
Yeah.
Like, what's the best place to do drugs? In the police interrogation room while on camera?
I mean, she's a bold one.
Oh yeah, this is the crotchular stuffage. No! No! Okay. Okay, hand to crotchular area, then we're gonna pick up what I'm assuming ketchup packets from her purse. And like you didn't even Purell your hand after, and you have already admitted that the Sarlacc pit needs maintenance. Like, it has been a while, and
Jesus.
look, I'm imagining teeth down there. That's all I can. Wasn't there a horror movie like that?
I think there was. I don't. Yeah.
I just accidentally peed a little.
Okay, it happens when you've had 6 children. Look, I'm just saying I don't ever go on a trampoline anymore. But we don't announce it to the world. I mean, it's, and, you can work on your Kegels.
I don't think she knows what that is.
I'm not going to explain it to her. Look, she's already uncomfortable with, like, any words. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, are those ketchup packets? Because I swear that looks like a ketchup packet.
Maybe it's salt.
Oh my god. It's a wet wipe. Like, she got one, she had, like ribs or something somewhere. She keeps it on a leash except for Sundays. It's had obedience training. We're going for best in show. We just got to get some grooming. Oh, it's a Tylenol packet. Oh. Okay, well, that makes more sense than the ketchup packet. But at this point, it's Letecia.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, I guess they sped it up.
Hickey. Okay, so we're gonna take you to the restroom. Okay, we're gonna stay in there. The stall door is gonna be closed where you have your privacy, but we need you not to wipe. Okay. And please don't flush the toilet, just so that we can verify that indeed you did not wipe, because what we're worried about is potential evidence being compromised. Okay. Okay.
Letecia.
You can leave.
Okay, the Sarah Boone when she's straddling the bush. That's all I'm imagining here. Okay, Letecia, you're just gonna jiggle dry just a little bit. Just drip, 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 dry.
Just as a man, all you gotta do is just shake it a little.
Well, we don't have a handle on ours, so it's a little harder.
But she can learn. Just shake. It's all good. But don't shake it too many times, because you're playing with yourself if you do.
I can't. These detectives are not paid enough for this bullshit.
You're not, no.
Leave your things here, because we're just coming right back into this room.
You're going to the bathroom, Letecia. You're not leaving.
I'm sorry?
I said I acted like I was in like some secure area or something.
And now we're going to get to the panic attack.
Like,
I don't have anxiety medicine here. So
yeah, no, I'm saying you said you could call a medical professional.
Sure, I can call like an EMT. Like they're gonna call an EMT.
Thank you.
But they're not going to be able to dispense medication to you. If you have a prescription, I mean, maybe your husband can bring it and we can get you your medication. You can self-administer what you already have prescribed to you.
Sorry,
Something stronger.
And my throat is swelling now. When all I asked for was for the door to be open.
All right, this isn't how a panic attack works.
No.
Now, you can't really verbalize anything. You are working so hard to, at least for me, feeling like you want to take off the, like, look, the world would be okay if you could just take off the, outer layer of your skin is just much too tight and it doesn't fit anymore. And if everyone could just leave you alone and stop making noise, that's kind of how an anxiety, attack feels to me. And I couldn't verbalize to anyone. I mean, it just looks kind of like I'm, staring off into space when I'm trying to keep myself together. So this is not how a panic attack works, Letecia.
No.
But I just asking y'all to leave the door open. It wasn't like I was going to try to run out. I mean, that's what I'll do when I try to clock a, U.S. Marshal with a Monster Energy drink and get out the, van.
Yeah. And The Great Escape at the hospital.
Yes. Like, I don't know why you don't trust me, you guys. I've only been lying to you and telling you a bunch of lie stories. It's how... In full Sarah Boone, like, I don't want to be rude or anything, and I don't know if I can say this, but it's like you guys are trying to, like, feed me things or assume, and you don't know me. The sad part is I have the first part of that and the cadence down from how many times I have watched that.
It is pretty good.
I mean, I do turn her up to 11, but it's Sarah Boone. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's open.
I know, but he was very rude about it. So could I please read? That's all.
Okay. Well, maybe you two, y'all's personalities don't click.
No,
Sometimes that happens.
But come on, I'm a human being. It's a door.
No, you're
Clearly,
not.
I'm not going anywhere. It's a door. Kind. Open the door. That's all I ask.
Okay. Well, it's open now, so we can.
Yes.
Again, this is not how an anxiety attack works. But
Yeah.
continue to pretend that you're choking yourself, that I might imagine clearly what it would look like.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I'm just saying.
Ew.
Do you know if there's anybody at your house that can bring your medication?
Sorry. My medication is not at my house. It's probably because we have book bag, so yeah, it's probably in my book bag, which I put at my friend's on the way here. But I don't know the number because you guys took my phone. So.
Well, if you want.
Okay, detective, stop engaging with her, call 911, and just hope one of them arrives shirtless and looking like Henry Cavill just to, the universe paying you back for all the bullshit you had to deal with today. Stop talking to her. Miss me again. Any police departments, I am willing to sell my special brand of bitchiness. As long as you realize I have full fuck deficit about feelings and will not hesitate to pull out a phone book. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I should put that on my LinkedIn profile. Oh, speaking of which, And maybe this doesn't happen to other people, but I have been getting a spate of random text messages about people finding my, resume online and me being the perfect candidate to work for Timu.
Oh, that's funny.
And I'm
I
like, that's really cool because I've never made a resume.
Oh, well, that would definitely be like like the virgin resume birth, I guess. I don't
It's always these like, you can work in the exciting, job of customer service for. I did get one for an IT specialist. And I just wanted to call back to say, I don't know if you know this, but I would be the worst person for technical support. That's how I knowed it was a scam. Because I was buying it. I was like, I could be a Timu, customer service rep.
Yeah.
I would always, I think I could be excellent at asking you about your car's limited extended warranty.
I do get that stuff though, like all the time, like on LinkedIn, like these people are interested in you, and then like getting messages from people or whatever, and it's like, just.
And I would get that if I even had a LinkedIn profile. But someone has attached my number to a profile or something. I'm like, you guys, I barely understand Twitter or X now or whatever the hell you call it. I'm possibly thinking about dipping my toe into Instagram, but that looks like the ninth circle of hell. Even more so than Twitter. Why the hell would I have a LinkedIn website? I mean, again, I work for myself in a semi-profitable hobby right now.
Yeah, no, that's good point. Good point.
I was like, I need to go figure out how to work LinkedIn and then, see who's putting my name out there. I'm going to have to go full Will Smith. Keep my name out your mouth.
Want to tell us your passcode? We can get the number out of the phone if that's
You
what you
guys
want to do.
already had the passcode because I told you plainly earlier when you were in here about something. I said the code for, I think it's the same password we use for everything.
I don't know what that passcode is. If you want me to get your friend's phone number out of your phone, if you want to give me the passcode, then I can do that.
Okay, but you said medical. By the time my friend would get here, the medical people could already just.
But they're not going to be able to dispense medication.
Letecia, get this through your very thick skull. EMTs do not have lorazepam, blow darts. I wish they did. And I wish I had access to them. And I wish I wouldn't get charged with assault when I use them on random people that stop in the middle of Walmart aisles to talk instead of pulling over to the side like normal humans. But this is not how any of this works.
Yeah. Well,
And again, you have detective. As a fellow woman, I want you to take your power back. You have already learned that talking to this woman, trying to explain anything to this woman, only leads to 15 minutes of bullshit with her not understanding anything. Take back your power, take back your time. Tell her, no, you have called 911, and we will keep monitoring you on the, camera.
Yeah.
And her boobs don't hurt. She's trying to pretend that she's having a heart attack and an anxiety attack, but what she's really having is a cunt attack.
I have some questions.
Look, it's been 2 days since she's showered. I don't know if she has control of all the tentacles or not. We don't know what's happening down there. Look, I'm imagining the Thing with, the weird head that kind of grew spider legs. Basically anything with Kurt Russell in it and aliens. That's what I'm imagining goes on down there. So that's all I have a rich and really, really corrupted imagination.
Medication. Like the EMT is not going to be able to dispense medication.
So if I have a chest pain, you're just telling me I can't do nothing.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying they're calling for medical personnel, but it's going to be an EMT. You're telling me your chest pains are anxiety related.
Listen, where is Kim Potter with the taser?
To get you your
right about
prescribed
now.
medication for that issue.
I bet she just has to rip a big one.
Also, it's probably her underwire attacking her. She probably bought expensive but cheaply made Victoria's Secret bras.
Yeah. And by the way, Victoria, we all know your secret.
You were a middle-aged man. No, the creator of Victoria's Secret was actually a pervy old man, which does make sense.
Well, I hope his plaything Victoria has got something out of it.
Well, I mean, they were rich. I mean, he tricked an entire generation of young women to buy $70 uncomfortable bras and pants with pink on the butt in rhinestones. I mean, this man is a marketing genius.
I mean, but then again, there was this other dude who convinced the whole generation of women to put juicy on their pants.
Yeah, well, you know, the early 90s were hit and miss. Hit and miss. Not everything can be Junko jeans.
True.
God. Those were so ridiculous, and I remember feeling so punk. And then, you know, you ended up just looking like you had a Pentecostal skirt on with chains on it.
I had a friend who wore those, and he's very, very thin, and they looked ridiculous. But it's like, hey man, to each their own. Like, I had weird style too, so I get it. But
well, no, what's hard is when you're chunky, so you have to kind of size up to get the effect of the chunky, or, you know, the Junko pants.
You know, all right, I'm going to complain about jeans for a second. So,
okay.
I will never be caught dead in skinny pants. Ever. Not skinny jeans.
As a man, you shouldn't be.
Pants.
I forbid it.
Yeah. I like regular fitting or relaxed jeans. And do you have any idea how hard it is to find them? And it's like,
I know.
that's
No, I
all
know
want.
because Mr. Mo just wants a pair of like pants, and he's like, I'll show him, and he's like, what the hell are those? I'm like, that's what they're selling as pants now, dear. I feel free to borrow some of my maternity leggings if you'd like, because they're about the same.
Yeah. It's like, I saw that, and of all places, Old Navy is actually selling 90s style jeans. And I was like, oh my God.
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
buy a ton of them. It's like, so I can just have them for the rest of my life. So I don't ever have to worry about, you know,
Vielhammer's going to do
jeans.
the ship direct to store, but it's going to be 170 pair of the same pants.
Yeah, just to me. It's like,
And they're going to be, and all the customer or all the attendants are going to be there just to see who is this weird guy who ordered 170 pair of pants.
yeah.
And then Vale's going to go up in full grumpy man. See here, assholes. It's called not skinny. Yeah, no one likes their testicles hugged. You're welcome.
At least not like that.
No, he got a rare in Roblox, and that's apparently a happy sound. I did go check. That was a happy sound. I do check that I'm not raising Sid from Toy Story every once in a while.
It's because I haven't taken it that you're
And I get
freaking
that.
out.
I get that.
Some paramedics on the way.
Perfect.
I'll meet them in the lobby and bring them up here, okay?
Perfect. Thanks, Carl.
Thanks, Carl.
Claustrophobic. I just want air.
That's not how. Okay, in panic attacks, you don't feel like you can't get air in because you're coughing.
Yeah.
She's like, wait, I know the symptoms for the flu. Maybe you get anxiety when you have the flu. Okay, yeah, I can work with that. My anxiety's acting up in my bursitis too. I have walk-in anxiety, pneumonia.
Walking anxiety, pneumonia. Those are all words. They don't go together. They are all
Well,
words.
but neither does coughing when you say you
know.
can't breathe during an anxiety attack. So I'm trying to give her an out. I mean, again, they already think she's stupid. I would lean into that. Like, I walk in anxiety pneumonia. Again, just play into it. At this point, they already think I'm lying and, you know, the suspect. I'm going to play it up because, you know, at least I'm looking for residuals of my interrogation on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you have any, like, I know some people, whenever they have anxiety attacks and stuff like that, they have, like, little, like, songs that they sing to themselves or things that they think about that kind of help calm their mind, calm their anxiety. Do you have anything like that?
Letecia breaks out into No More Scrubs from TLC.
I was gonna
No,
go with
I
you
don't
can't
want
touch
no
this.
scrub. Oh,
You can't touch this.
Billie Jean is not my lover. No, she pulls out Ebony and Ivory.
Oh dear.
Where she starts singing La Bamba because for Eduardo to let him know that she still loves him. She thinks about him. Oh my goodness, this woman is a trip. If she weren't so evil, she'd be funny. Just like Sarah Boone, that's the real tragedy here. Is that if I had just come across, like, had they never done a crime, had I just found their YouTube channel of just them being random human dumpster fires, like in regular life, I would have been a fan of just the human catastrophe that walks among us.
Yeah, exactly.
But instead of using their powers for good to become locals on YouTube, they had to go do bad, evil things and murder people.
Yeah, it's that dumpster fire that you just can't look away from.
I mean, honest to God, TLC has made billions of dollars on this particular model. I mean, how do you think everyone started watching Sister Wives and then My 600-Pound Life? And now you have, like, just all sorts of train wrecks. You know, My Strange Addiction, My Weird Addiction,
Yeah.
Extreme Cheapskates. I mean...
And they also brought you the Duggars.
You know, I always figured I'd be perfect for a reality show because I pitched myself as not as Christian as the Duggars, but not as dumpster fire as Honey Boo Boo. So, like, kind of the perfect Roseanne sort of middle.
Yeah. That,
You know, just enough of a dumpster fire that you feel better about yourself when you go to Target in your Stanley Cup, you know, Karen. But not as much of a dumpster fire that you feel legitimately bad for watching it, like with Honey Boo Boo.
I fortunately missed a lot of TV stuff in the early aughts, so I just didn't
No,
watch.
you got out unscathed. You didn't miss anything.
I mean, I can honestly say I have not once in my life heard a Justin Bieber song ever.
Okay, I was subjected to that because I had young girls during the rabies period.
I
Or
don't know
baby.
what that is.
That song when he had the hair that looked like he did it with a blender. And
Okay.
it was just a full song of baby, baby, oh baby.
Yeah. See, I have heard a metal version of that song, but I've never heard him sing it.
Yeah, well, you're, again, not missing much. But, you know, I can honestly say I've never watched an episode of The Kardashians. So,
Me neither.
and The Bachelor is gross to me. Now, again, you want to talk about Olympics. Like, here's one dude and here's 26 chicks and they're totally not doing anything. And I'm thinking, why do I want to compete against all of you? Yeah, no.
And he's just like, it's a buffet.
Yeah, I never understood why you would think that you're going to find real love
I
doing this.
I don't know. I don't understand these shows. I really don't.
No, no. Let's go to where I think the ambulance and EMTs come in.
Maybe like a favorite vacation that you've been on.
And welcome, Stevie Widget.
I'm trying.
What's your favorite vacation you've ever been on?
This was, I see what these officers did. They gave her a Hot Pocket. This is simply a reaction to having eaten a Hot Pocket over the age of 25.
Not wrong.
Again, yeah.
I've had this idea, like, every once in a while you get like nostalgic and it's like, you know what sounds
yes.
amazing? Pizza rolls. And then you eat one and you're like, I made a terrible decision.
Yes, you did. It's like every year the recovering Catholic in me somehow pushes forward just at about Lent time, and I really, really want Long John Silver's, and then I eat Long John Silver's, and I remember why I don't ever want it again. Because it takes me almost an entire year to have sweated out that 3 hush puppies.
It's a good thing you don't live further south.
Well, I mean, there has to be a way that you can cook it without it absorbing all of the oil. Although I will say whoever invented those little, like, I don't know, fry sprinkles that the basket comes with. Like, I can actively hear my cellulite getting bigger, but those things are awesome.
The Crispies.
Yes, whatever those are.
Yeah.
And we are going, so my brain farted. I thought I was hearing something in the real house.
Aruba? What did you do while you were in Aruba?
Alright, gotta breathe.
Sure.
I will say with malted vinegar, I love it.
Just tightens, like, right here, you know?
Well, maybe don't give yourself your own neck hug.
Thank you for opening the door.
Absolutely.
Now it's kind of spreading right here. Are they almost here?
I've been standing here with you, so I don't have that answer.
Hey, Letecia, if you're really having a heart attack, you won't need to like, you won't be able to really talk anymore. If you were having the classic sort of elephant on chest, clammy, rapid breathing, sweating, you know, but you wallering around on that couch, I don't know what you're doing other than I think you've gotten to second base. So congratulations. That's a solid infield, bat. I'm both sorry and I'm sorry. It's going to be a long Lent for all of us.
Yeah.
When was the last time you took your lorazepam?
Just took it. I'm saying, like, you take that, like, that quality, that amount, you can't just not take it the next day. You have to, like...
Right, so I'm asking, when was the last time you took it?
So I would have taken it yesterday. What's today? What is today?
Today
like
is...
the day of the week.
Wednesday.
Yeah, so I didn't take it Tuesday.
Okay.
Or today. So. My lips are so chapped.
It's always during my most, great of panic attacks that I realize that I should have applied Vaseline to my lips. It is quite a conundrum. God, what is wrong with you?
So you said your favorite vacation was Aruba?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like to, scuba dive or snorkel or...
Ma'am, I'm being serious. I'm getting dizzy now.
Okay. Well, just lean back on the couch.
Yeah,
And
like,
if you're
losing
really
activity.
having a panic attack, maybe take off your coat.
Oh.
Yep, feel free to put your feet up, do what you need to do.
And I don't care about y'all taking my, what you call it, swiping my thing because of evidence. So don't think, because I know that's what I do. He yelled at me and said, because you're going to take it anyway and you can have it because that's important. But I really...
Yes, again, during all of my anxiety attacks, I'm constantly, defending my previous actions about why I am totally innocent. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't want anyone talking, and the detective has been very nice, but the pitch of her voice would be ants, crawling all over my body. It would just, no, be quiet.
I'm having chest pains.
I believe you.
So my body is not everyday conditions, and I work out a lot, and gosh. That's because I can't breathe right now. I took a Tylenol.
Yeah.
That's why I stood up earlier and took a Tylenol. And my throat got, just because I started getting like a headache and felt a little bit of tightness, but sometimes that helps,
Sure.
She does a lot of isometrics. She's into lifting. And yeah, don't try to talk to me.
Maybe my throat's kind of dry. I feel like if I had like something, I asked him could I get something to read, and that might would help. Because you talked about focusing on the brain or something. I feel like that would help, you know. But he said I couldn't have anything to read. So.
Remember how we talked about other questions to help the time pass?
Can you give me like a
Before?
minute? I can't hardly breathe.
Okay.
But I would most certainly do that for you.
Okay. Are you okay listening to me? Is that okay?
But you're gonna
Or
want me
is
to answer right away, right?
No, you can take your time to answer.
No, I want to answer you right away, so then that would trigger that. So it's gotta take just like 3 minutes or so.
Sure. Absolutely.
I'd start stopwatch.
Oh, please don't close the door. Okay.
This much. That's all.
I just get tired again. It's hard to breathe in here. Why is it so like hard to breathe?
These rooms get stuffy after a little bit. They do.
They do.
Called guilt.
When you feel the walls closing in on you, that's a guilty thing. That's a you problem, Letecia.
Yeah.
Like, why do I suddenly feel all like guilty and stuff?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, about that.
Again, the amount of movement and talking and just general ding battery she's done during this entire panic attack, very interesting. And then she's like, and just so you know, like, I understand that you think I'm panicking because you took my cell phone, but there's nothing even on there, so this is totally not why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
As you do when you're fully into a panic attack.
Isn't that what you do, Mo? I mean,
Yeah, I constantly, try to work on my alibi that I realize is really stupid.
yeah. It's kind of ridiculous.
And then her anxiety starts back up as soon as the detective was like, how about we talk about some of them questions like you wanted to questions, And she's like, oh, I can't do it right now. I need like 3 minutes. 7 years and 27 days.
Isn't that a song by Sinead O'Connor? It's been 16 hours and whatever.
Yes. I don't know why we're in Granny's TV room. It's a mixture of early 90s outdoor furniture, Santa Fe, and someone's leaf project on a pillow.
Yeah, it's definitely special.
It is all the primary colors and none of them matching for any reason. It is where good furniture goes to die.
Yeah.
And bad furniture. All the furniture.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we got one bent in
Yeah.
here. So, Where'd you get those shoes?
These are old shoes.
I haven't seen that pattern before.
Yeah, they're old shoes. Oh. All Nike Frees are like that.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not that same pattern. Maybe the sole in that.
No. If it's a...
Hey, Vale, remember the last time you were having a panic attack? And then you started talking about your Nikes?
No. And for the record, now that she has said what these stupid shoes are called, I'm looking. They're not all like that. I mean, there's some crazy colors and stuff, but they're not that.
No. We are getting to where she gets picked up by the ambulance people because I'm about done with her. And I want to say we made it, damn it. But I can't hear about Nikes because I'm going to have a panic attack.
Start talking about your shoes.
Yeah. And then I'm going to talk about how I was totally innocent. You know, I have no problem with you guys taking my cell phone. Like, I'm still totally not mad about it. I'm just bringing it up again.
Yeah.
There.
Here we are. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Are you Letecia?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Kent. I'm a paramedic with the fire department. What's
Wait.
going on?
Is his name Kento?
I didn't catch his name, actually.
All right. Because that's what the closed captions say. All right, wait, no, because...
Sure. Thank you.
Are you Letecia?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Kent. I'm a paramedic with the fire department. What's going on?
I have a little bit of chest pain,
Okay.
just like right here, and now I can't breathe. I just tried to get them to open the door so I could breathe, but
Okay.
they wouldn't.
When did your chest pain start?
Well, I didn't have, I take lorazepam, so I don't know if they might be anxiety related, but...
Okay.
Take your arm out of this jacket, please. so
You have a
can see
history of
your
anxiety?
I had anxiety since
Only when I'm, being found guilty of murder. It's kind of situational.
Yeah, it's very situational. Only when the walls start closing in on me do I start panicking.
Only when I'm guilty of a crime. But I would like to state that we officially made it. We saw her pee, and the
That's funny.
Good Lord. This woman, we are finally done with the horror that is Letecia, and we will probably find something ridiculous to do next. I'm thinking the Theodore Edgecombe, the state's attorney desperately trying not to kill Theodore Edgecombe on stand will probably be our next legal Shenanigans Theater. And I'm pretty much going to name it, can you repeat that?
Chambers.
Diet Dr. Pepper product placement, or no, Diet Coke product placement everywhere. I'm going to have to make an overlay of dancing Dr. Coke or Diet Cokes. Just if you have not ever, seen the Theodore Edgecombe case, it is a sad case, but this particular portion of the trial is funlarious.
Yeah.
It is absolutely ridiculous and utterly ridiculous, but I do have to get out of here fairly quickly because, boys and food and asking me what to do about it, like I didn't get an air fryer for them to make their own food. So thank you guys for hanging in there. We will again probably be doing, can you repeat that, the Theodore Edgecombe tale next week. Bye, you guys.
See ya.